on, baby.
Merry Christmas, or God fell out of a meat sack day. Actually,
Oh, my goodness.
this is the day after that, known as Boxing Day.
That was a very evocative image, though, I will
Yes.
say that.
A Boxing
Yeah,
Day.
exactly.
Was
Jeez.
it was invented by the
Happy birthday,
English,
Jesus.
where they gave the empty boxes to the poor.
Wah, wah.
That is some jacked up shit right there.
Is that what they used to do?
Or
I didn't know that.
take it
Wow.
back
I
to the mall
think
day.
I think that's what it was. I mean, I've heard people 3 or 4 different definitions of what Boxing Day is.
That's like more in England, though, right, than here. Maybe Canada. Do they do it in Canada?
I don't know. They might do it in Canada, but it's I think it's an English thing. Like first time I heard Boxing Day, I'm like, is that where you like put on the gloves and beat up dudes that gave you some screwed up gifts?
Well, I was thinking maybe they put the gifts they didn't want back in the box and then bring it back to the store.
Maybe. Well,
No,
that sounds
maybe.
reasonable.
Or, you know, you just find all the people who gave you the gifts you really hated and you beat the shit out of them. But, you know, with boxing rules.
With the box?
Queensberry rules? Yeah, I could do that.
Well, to me, it's just like gift receipt day. Or at least it used to be before the EAU, when you could take things back to the store that you didn't like the day after Christmas.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even accept gifts anymore.
No, you accept only food.
I
understand
accept the
these things.
cards and food. That is it. Like
What about booze? Come
no,
on.
no. Well, it all depends. Like yesterday, like everyone's opening their gifts, and I had ordered myself a bunch of tactical gear,
Tactical gear.
and I'm like, opening my own boxes. My mom's like, "Well, who got you those? What's that?" I go, "I bought it myself. This is stuff I wanted. I'm just waiting till today to open it." Well, why do you need that? Don't ask questions. You don't need to know why I need what. What are those? These are ballistic sappy plates. Level 3+ means they stop armor-piercing bullets. Well, why do you need those? Don't ask so many questions, Mother. It's fine.
This is what's known as a practical purpose or purchase in my line of work. You just-
I'm better known as the war hoarder.
the war hoarder.
Like I buy, like even when I'm like,
Not to be confused with Hog Slayer.
well, war hoarder. I mean, in my subconscious mind is programmed to buy instruments of war.
Even when you're asleep.
Yes.
Which is one of the more fascinating things about you.
And I buy swords, axes, other medieval wicked weapons,
Yep.
and knives.
Back in the day when you and I first met, you were still sleeping in traction after your second bit of drain damage,
Yes.
if I remember
Oh, wow.
correctly, right?
Yeah.
And in order to sleep, and from what I understand, this is still kind of current events. 2 Ambien, 2 shots of Jack,
No.
Oh, geez.
right?
Let me talk you through the conversation I had with my Spetsnaz doctor.
Terrence,
Yes.
if you keep doing this, you're going to die.
No. Like I go in to see him, and I'm like, hey, doctor, I'm just not sleeping well. Can you give me something? I need something stronger. And he's like, Terrence, could you please walk me through your wind down for the evening to go to sleep? I'm like, well, okay. I usually start off with 2 to 4 Benadryl. I wait like 30 minutes. I take the Ambien, maybe a Percocet or Vicodin, and then I'll have like 2 Neurontin, and I'll wait about 30 or 40 minutes, and then I'll do 2 to 4 shots of Jack, and without even like raising his voice, he's like smoking his cigars, like, Terrence, you're going to die. I will give you nothing stronger. You will just have to get by with what I give you. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
You notice what didn't come up in that lovely story, and you tell it so well, is the recommended dosage for any of those things.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
I bet
first
it's
of
a
all, you're
little
not
less.
supposed to mix
Just
any of that
saying.
shit with booze. So,
But what's even more fascinating is he would take all that shit and then go to sleep, but then his body would decide that it was going to be like, all Eye of the Tiger and, go running down the beach, except instead of running down the beach, he would go on eBay and then buy all kinds of, sadistic torture weaponry and shit like that he could hang on his walls.
well,
Just randomly show up, and he wouldn't even remember doing it.
I would take all the stuff. I would take the shots of Jack, and then I'd put in my neck traction, and then get in my full body traction devices, and go to sleep. And normally, like I would check the times when I'd buy this stuff. I'd be laying there for 4 to 5 hours, and then I would take myself out of the straitjacket of crap I was wearing and then shop. I would remember nothing.
Now, somebody was saying, wasn't it Jack Nicholson or somebody was saying that Ambien's just some dangerous crap.
Oh, yeah. But I never left the
just
house.
nasty.
No,
Very nasty.
I have friends of mine that were on Ambien and like have like 3 mystery kids.
With 3 baby daddies. Oh, yeah.
Wow. The funny thing is that is not the first time that I have heard a story like that. Back in the day, I was thinking with the little head and not the big head, the one with the hole in the end where all the bad decisions come out.
Yes, I know.
Yep.
I was dating a single mom, and she actually told me about a time when the baby daddy, after they had officially split up and divorced, showed up in the middle of the night, just completely batshit, balls out, cock in his hand, pants on his head, insane on Ambien, and he would just bang the crap out of her and go home and then not remember anything the next day. I'm like, that's where problems happen. Not to mention, warts and
this is the
stuff
way
like
I look. This is the way I envisioned it. I would do what I did. I would take the medication and the booze, and evil Popp would get out of the box, take control of the commander seat.
I must buy battle axe.
He never left the house. He never drove the car, but he just bought shit.
He would just spend your money.
He's an asshole.
He's the ex-wife you never married.
That's right. The worst thing he ever did was we bid on a Buick Riviera in Florida.
If you ever actually felt the urge to get married again, all you need to do is just find a woman you can mildly tolerate and sometimes want to punch and buy her a house. That's really all you need to do.
That's pretty much it.
All the fun with half the calories because the wave rides you in. You hog-slaying son of a bitch.
Quit judging me,
the
man.
Famous stories about that. Have we heard all of those yet, Pop?
The hog story? Oh, no.
I'm sure there's more of them out there.
There's more. I'm sure there's a lot more.
No. I remember I had to jump on the hand grenade for one of my buddies.
Just once?
Well, this particular time, it was a very big hand grenade. And
I think it's a
like,
claymore once you go beyond a certain point.
It was literally like 3 a.m.
Front towards enemy.
I'm sitting on
it'd be gunt towards enemy.
No, I'm sitting on the edge of the bed. It has already taken place. All that's left is the shame. And literally, she comes in behind me, but the bed, and like puts her legs on each side of me, and like her tits on each side of my shoulders, and I'm just like, I have royally fucked up here, because I'm sobering up. I'm like, God damn it.
Well, at least you had boobs on either side of your head, so when she hits the wall, you have a safety harness.
It's like, it's a corpse cushion. That was a bad one. That was a bad one.
I saw Total Recall. I know what that shit's all about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. That's we could probably all tell stories like that. I'm guessing, right, guys?
But I'm the only one that's
you got
doing
any,
it.
James?
I'm the only one telling the stories on camera with my real name showing my face.
I mean,
okay,
then.
I
could, but would anybody want that mental imagery in their head? I'm just asking for a friend. Probably
No.
not. No, I didn't think so.
No, I this other chick. I remember. I got a crack at this one, and she was like she went from like a 9 to like a high 7. She was like 23 or something at the time.
Oh yeah, she oscillated.
And I go back to her place. I just met her. I'm just ripping it apart. And then I'm talking to her afterwards. Apparently, she used to be the prom queen when she graduated high school. So I literally banged the prom queen. Winning!
That's good times.
Yeah.
You know what's better than that?
Wow.
Doing it on prom night before she gained 60 pounds.
Yes!
I'm just saying.
Well, she didn't gain that much weight.
That would be good. Yep. That'd be great.
Yeah, she did. She gained some weight in the front and rear bumper, but she still had some really good kicking curves.
It's good times.
It was good times.
What about you, James? You got any good falling on the hand grenade stories?
God. Come on, hamster man.
You got this.
You
hear that guttural thing? No. He's digging down deep into the memory banks.
Oh, geez. Let's just say, I mean, she wasn't a bad-looking woman. She didn't pull the pin on the fat grenade or anything like that. But
yet.
Oh, ooh.
So
Well, I mean, this was, oh my God, 40 years ago or some crazy thing.
You're dating yourself.
And
bro.
yeah, it was one of those things. It's like get up in the morning and literally you want to gnaw your arm off. It's like, oh my God, what the hell was I thinking?
So did
I
you
was
have
thinking
the
with
face?
the wrong part of my body and way too much booze. Oof.
Okay, now
We've all been there.
Yeah,
well,
that's
first of all, like when you're that age, it only takes 2 to 4 beers to drink a woman up from a 5 to a 9. I've been there.
Is that right?
Not that I
Oh,
would know
yeah.
about that
Oh.
or anything.
Well, I made a whole comedy video, the beer scale. You could get up to speed on it.
oh yeah. There was this place where I was in school and the drinking age was still 18. And every Thursday they would have this big shindig and they'd have a band and that kind of crap. And that's, oh my God.
So you were in college, I take it.
Bad hamster.
Bad hamster. Bad hamster.
So,
Bad. Go back in the corner.
Booze,
Bad hamster. I just, oof.
booze and broads.
Oh yeah. There's more.
Balls and BS.
Booze. Yeah. This was, 3-2 beer. I'm sure
God.
you've run into that, Pop, when you were, back in the early days. Like, oh my God, the hangover was unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Well, when I would drink at the NSO club or the enlisted club, they used to serve their drinks mixed with the soldier special booze, and
The
anyone
soldier of choice. Yeah.
soldier, if anyone who's ever served in the military, that is the bottom shelf cheapest shit you could get your hands on.
It was like, you can't even give that stuff away.
No, you could get a gallon of like gin for like $12.
It's good in a pinch, I guess, if it's all you could afford.
But the thing
like
is,
some Mad Dog 2020 or something like that. Ooh.
oh
yummy.
yeah. But the thing is, it's like
Yummy.
the soldier choice booze. Like you drink that, you get a little tipsy, you will have a hangover in the morning. It's guaranteed.
From just a little tipsy, you get a hangover.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like go see the medic and get an IV in the morning hangover thing.
Oh God, really?
Sounds like fun.
Wow.
And how many times did you voluntarily drink that because it was just what was there?
Every Saturday I could.
I don't know. It's 2 for 1. Why not? Let's go.
This is a man who freely admits his mistakes, ladies and germs.
Yeah. I did it a
Hamster
lot.
drunk. Hey, Polska. Excuse me 1 second, Blake. Polska, I am completely sober. I'm leaving the booze up to Pop and Blake.
And just for the record, I didn't agree to this. I wanted a drunk hamster on this show. I feel like I've been betrayed.
Yeah, I know.
Betrayal.
I was on a stream with Pop one night, and I was a little bit lit, and I could barely
a little bit huh?
speak. So
Ah.
I thought I'd be sober this time.
Oh,
okay.
man.
Running on the hamster wheel.
There you go. I got water. I mean, I'm drinking, but
got
it's
water,
not the
yeah.
well, it's not the
yeah.
good stuff.
Whatever. Water. Nah.
Water everywhere and
That's
not a drop
good
to
for
drink.
you. You got to stay hydrated. It's good.
No.
Hamsters like water. It's good.
Like my younger days, I was very irresponsible. I drank a lot. I fought a lot, and I was slinging seed like an old bird feeder. And I'm fully expecting someone to knock on my door and go, "You're my daddy."
And that was just last night.
Ah, yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was
Hey.
Christmas because you could still get served in Michigan. I think you're in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Or New York, one or the other.
I'm in Michigan now.
You can't get beer in Colorado on Christmas Day. You can't buy booze. It's like, what?
I've
You
never
can probably buy weed, but you can't get a can of beer. It's
I've
like,
never
what the
tried
hell
to
is
buy
this?
booze on Christmas Day in
It's
Michigan.
crazy.
Well, it's crossed my mind.
No, I bought booze on Christmas Day in Washington State, New York State. I just can't believe you can't do it in Colorado.
Red trash.
Yeah.
I think it's something
Yeah,
left
I mean,
over
long
from
time
the
ago,
old
I-
Mormon days that went on back in the
Go
day.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Maybe. What were you going to say, James? Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I used to live in a state like 30 years ago. They actually still had blue laws where they would close everything down on Sunday.
Really?
Like you couldn't go shopping at the mall and you couldn't do it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And they
left
repealed
over.
them like the same year I got there.
It's because
I
they
can't
knew you
even
were coming.
imagine, I mean, this was I guess a conservative state, but my goodness, could you even imagine the mall not open on a Sunday these days?
Yeah,
It'd be
I mean,
crazy.
those laws are like left over from the religious Bible thumping times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last paragon that ended with the satanic panic. Back when housewives in the early 80s thought it was fashionable to protest one of only 2 killer Santa movies coming out in 1 year just because of the title. Well, you can't do that. We don't have anything else to do.
Well, also,
Bad Santa's a good movie.
I like
liked
Bad
it.
Santa.
I
I was
like
talking
Bad Santa.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Christmas Evil both came out in like winter of 1984, but they only focused on one. Only one. And
Really?
it wasn't. And then when Santa's Sleigh came out with the former wrestler Goldberg, where he actually played Santa Claus murdering people, that one just went completely under the radar. Never mind the 2 movies where it was just a nutso in a Santa suit smoking people and hanging Linnea Quigley and her magnificent rack up on a frickin' like elk, taxidermy head on the wall.
Quigley, wasn't
we're
she
gonna
in
focus on that one.
Return of the Living Dead? She was the
Oh yeah, the
the
first
girl that-
documented case
eaten by
that
the
I can-
dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, shit, that was some good stuff there.
I don't remember this woman.
That was great.
That was the first time I can remember seeing some shaved hoon in a mainstream movie, lamestream movie,
A waxed landing strip.
Yeah.
a waxed landing strip. It was gone.
Nice.
It was like a Ken doll down
Nothing
there.
there.
I enjoy a nice landing strip.
It's good times.
I do.
Get
Yeah,
those
that was
get a
fun
pair of those
'cause-
nice flashlights looking
but-
like lightsabers.
Yeah.
Guided in.
What I was going to say is we're getting away from those religious laws now. But in our future,
Just-
the religion of peace that has never known peace, those laws are going to get a lot stricter. That may or may not result in being stoned, and not in a good way.
Or at the very least, a JFK haircut.
Yes, you get a JFK haircut by the AK-47 at point blank range. Nice.
Well, I believe all of those guys theoretically don't drink, but you probably have some stories, Pop, because I'm
listen.
sure not all of them are,
We pulled drunk dudes out of
careful.
cars all the time in Iraq.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they had no DWI laws.
Now, what was the more common find? Booze? Or when you opened the trunk, did you find goats or small boys?
Oh jeez.
I don't know anything about the goats and small boys thing. I do know that in their culture, that is the small boy thing is
Practice.
practiced and not frowned upon like it is here.
I've heard of that.
Yes.
And you wonder why Hollywood and all of these, the alphabet mafia are slowly trying to reclassify that proclivity as being simply an orientation
I know.
that needs to be understood.
Oh yeah. Listen, I personally find that reprehensible.
A little bit.
Yep.
I am never going to accept that. And if I should ever find myself in a prison for like life, that will be my hobby, is basically ending chomos is what they're called. They call
Chomos?
They call them chomos in the big house, so I'm told.
In the big house.
Well, I mean, getting slightly more serious, this whole Hollywood thing and the trans kids and all this crap that's going on, I think this is a push to make that stuff more acceptable. That's me.
Absolutely.
Because
think you're right.
if a 7-year-old kid can determine, I want to be a girl, well, why couldn't a 7-year-old kid determine other stuff that we don't have to mention? I think we know what we're talking about.
A little bit.
Well, we're
bit.
talking
Yeah,
about like allowing them to decide if they want their wrinkled grommet stretched out.
Mhm. That's one way to put it. Yes.
That is
I hope it never gets to
image,
that, but I
man.
mean, there seems to be this push to, sort of normalize that stuff. And I don't know.
Yeah, it is. And I listen, us human beings are no different than the human beings that existed thousands of years ago. All right. We just like to be get. And the D to PC, the peg D to slot B, slot C, make kids all day long. I have no idea why someone would look at a child who is incapable of reproduction and think that's okay.
It
I guess
makes me
because
sick,
the ones
so.
that are capable of reproduction is verboten under the religion. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not
It's
sure.
because we were just talking, before we got on the air about this virgin test thing in England, I think we can probably imagine which which folks probably are looking for that. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
I would say
And-
that is the people of the religion of peace that has never known peace are pushing that.
A little bit.
And not only that, if they find that you don't have that stuff, if you're a woman, they can rebuild it. They have the technology.
We can make
It's
you better,
sick
stronger,
stuff.
faster.
It's really bad.
Let me tell you, we did a video on that about some of these ladies looking to get a special procedure to tighten the O-ring, as it's called, because
I'm not against that. I'm just
after it's seen so much mileage and maybe some kids got ripped through there, it turns into a bowl of vegetable soup.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I guess so.
like I
Oh,
said, it's like a
God, that's
warm
terrible.
bath. You know,
Terrible.
you dunk your nuts in the warm bath, and it feels nice, but it's not something you can write home about, if you know what I mean.
Listen,
Hot dog down the Grand Canyon.
Absolutely.
I mean, the bowl of warm vegetable soup.
Oh,
That's pretty much what happens. You're like, this is going nowhere. I'm sorry. I gotta take my business elsewhere.
Reminds me of Predator. Geez, you got a big slut C. Geez, you got a big slut C. Why'd you say that twice? I didn't.
Ah!
It's because of the echo.
Oh,
And we
God.
cover that in what
Yeah,
middle-age mileage, about it's so many miles per kid born naturally.
Whew. We're going to remake that one eventually.
Yes. So after like your third kid born naturally, it's the equivalent of like 250,000 miles.
But you know, I have known some women that it actually is just as good after even they have kids. Crazy. And this
That is
woman,
so rare.
did it get dark in here?
And,
Yes.
and usually, if it's going to snap back, it's because they get started young.
No, or yeah, if they have a kid younger, things tend to like get back in prime shape pretty quickly.
Oh, my ex-wife, she had the child. I think she was 18, and it was like 3 months later, she was back to look just like that. It
All
was
right.
amazing.
So you
Lost
brought,
all the weight, got everything, the
so
way it should
you're the
be.
one
It
who
was
did
great.
it. You brought up the ex-wife.
Allegedly.
How old are you when you decided to get married?
Well, Pop, it was one of those oops.
Okay.
Things.
Oops. Shotgun.
So I think I was, shocker, right? I think I was 18, almost 19, and she was 17 or almost 18, I think.
So you were playing just the tip, and then it got serious real quick.
Mhm, yeah.
Uh-huh.
mhm,
Yeah,
yeah.
Pinto Penis explodes on rear impact.
Yes, I understand.
Yep.
How long?
And,
how long were you married for?
Oh, just like 2 years, 2.5 years.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Okay.
She found another more interesting gentleman. Let's just put it
how did
way.
that work out for her?
Not so good.
You know what? Do you know how many? All right, listen. There are hundreds of women I have known, through my tour of life thus far, who have monkey branched from decent dudes, only to later on wind up in the meat grinder train wreck of life.
Well,
Yep.
they think that the grass is greener on the other side of the pasture, but then they jump the fence and they realize that all the grass grows out of the same manure. So
Or maybe
it
they
is
should.
what it is.
They realize maybe I should have watered the grass
a little bit.
I was on
Yeah.
before looking for better grass.
Instead of
Yeah, I mean, it was a
Defecating
long
on it.
string of losers, and eventually she found a guy now, and she's fine. Everybody's happy. I think they got married, so it's cool.
Uh-huh.
But
Well, how
yeah,
long
it
did
was
that take?
it was a very, very interesting time. That whole Big D thing is, we talk about sometimes the various child custody crap and all that.
Uh-huh.
It was no different in 1983 or whenever the hell it was, 1986 or something. It's same thing.
Wow.
Same thing. Yeah, nothing's changed, except it's probably gotten worse.
Well, I know that the child support collection is way more draconian because they actually, since I think the early 2000s, if you go over a certain dollar amount, depending on the state, it's like they could charge you with a felony and put you in like serious real prison with murders and rapists. And shit.
Real prison.
Yeah, you go to
real
big
honest
boy
God
prison.
right? Yeah, and that's always the stupidest thing to me. It's like, okay, I owe child support, and you're going to put me in jail where I can't work. what the hell sense does that make?
Like
But,
I
who knows?
am shocked beyond reason. Like when I got divorced, I was hysterically laughing walking out the front door, and I remember my attorney's like, "What the hell's so funny?" And I go, "I have no idea why there isn't a barricaded gunman across the street from here every day."
And James, you asked a really good question. What sense does it make? And I need to build on that. What sense does it make if the idea is to provide a life, if it's really about the best interests of the child and providing that child a good life? What sense does it make to place the child 85% of the time with somebody who, statistically speaking, is not going to be the primary breadwinner, and then garnish the father's wages?
Yeah, it's I just don't see the reason in that.
It's
I was
all
re-
about money.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's all about money.
Well, I was reading the story today, and it was something, some feminist crap. And they're saying, oh, it's not really true that women get custody 80% of the time. It's men that do. And I'm like, well,
Oh my God!
what universe you living in here?
All right,
What?
now, oh my God, are you serious? You need to send
Yeah,
me the link to this article. We need to rip
Please
this
and
apart.
Thank you. Holy
I'm gonna have
crap.
to find the story. It's like I'm like, what? And the reasoning that this person gave, well, men can, decide, and then if they want the kid, they get it 80% of the time. It's like, again, where are
No.
you living, on Pluto? What the hell? What is this?
Okay, now
That's
this is
simply
the
not
way it
true.
is in reality.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it.
It's
I'll
80.
email it.
It's
Wow.
85-15. All right.
Yeah.
And of the 15% of the time that the man does get custody, 7 to 8% of the time the woman doesn't even show up in court. It's uncontested, so you can't even count those.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you back
Well, I
out 8% from 15%. That dude gets custody of his kids 6 to 7% of the time. That's shameful.
So I don't, again, as we guys, we talk about all the time. I don't know where they get these stats from, but they probably take a nugget of truth somewhere and then they turn it into something it isn't, because they want to, feed the feminist, the narrative and all that. So I don't know where this person was coming from. I really
It's
don't.
gaslighting
It's
propaganda.
gaslighting.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, you'll get something that's like, oh, okay, well, it has a nugget of truth. Okay, like the wage gap enthusiasm. The nugget of truth from that is when you take everyone's jobs, whether they're working full-time, part-time, how many hours, all of that, none of it comes into account. And then you average everyone's wages out, then it's 76 cents on the dollar. But when you take into account education,
it's not a
everything
wage gap, it's an earnings gap, and we've said it a billion times, and I don't know how many more times we can say it. It's not a wage gap. That's illegal since 1957 or whatever, 63.
63.
It's just crazy, and they're still getting away with this. You got Biden's got his thing on there with the wage gap. It's like, why? How hard is this to do this easy math? It's just frustrating.
Well, first of all,
but it's a myth.
The minute you add logic and reason in there, it totally falls apart. But they don't use logic and reason; they use emotion.
Right. But I mean, do you think? And maybe this is a crazy question. Do you think that many women out there buy this crap? Or is it just for politicians to, poor women, vote for me and I'll make it better?
I think
because I don't know anymore.
I think women buy the crap when it benefits them.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. When a narrative is constructed that allows a group of people to say, oh, well, that entitles me to this, this, and this, okay, they just sign right up. And they vote for the politicians that say, we're going to make it right.
Yeah, it's
because we're different and we love you.
It's exactly. Just like when the feminists look you in the face and go, women need to be strong and independent. And you say, well, if you're so independent, why do you need child support, alimony?
Section 8, WIC, welfare.
Yeah, and, subsidized daycare. And some states, in the golden vagina, will get you, discounted college, get you in training programs. Like, if you're a dude, you're shit out of luck.
There needs to be a strip club somewhere called Golden Vagina.
You know what? There probably is.
There probably is.
There
I bet
has to
there is
be.
somewhere. It has to be. Yeah,
I bet it's
too
in
good.
that
too good.
Colorado town where you live there, James.
Yeah, the Golden V. Yeah, it's right down the street. Me and
Golden
Chronic go
V.
hang out there all the time.
No,
But
man.
yeah, I don't know. It seems it's got to be just the vote buying stuff. Because I
It
mean,
has
look at
to
this
be.
student loan crap. I'm sure you guys are aware of that.
Oh
right?
no, we're all over the student loan crap. That
Yeah.
out of
$1.7 trillion.
Well, listen, out of $10 owed in student loans, 7 of those dollars are owed by women.
Bingo.
Yep.
And you know
And
what?
they can't pay it back because they take crap degrees. We
Yeah.
all know this.
Listen, they take these degrees that are, first of all, they're manufactured that lead nowhere,
Exactly. Yeah.
like women's studies. What job are you going to get that pays a decent wage? Women's studies, or a PhD in vaginaism. I'm serious.
Well, I mean, that's where I think a lot of these women get in trouble, because once they get their gender studies degree, there's really nowhere to go to get a job. So you have to get a master's and then a PhD so you can teach at a college. It's about the
Yeah.
only thing you can do.
Yeah, the only thing
You
that
know.
you can do with a degree in gender studies is teach gender studies.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
And then they're all upset because they owe all this money and they can't get a job to pay it off.
Wah.
But I mean, you read some of this crap, and I was reading from some economist. I think it was Laffer. He was saying this is a bad idea. I think so too. And then another one was saying, well, yeah, but if we just remove that student debt, that's going to be an economic boost for the country. It's like, wait a minute, wouldn't an economic boost for the country? Wouldn't it be better to encourage people to take degrees that are actually valued in the country, and
That'd
they
be
would kick
nice.
off a lot more money than $300 a month or whatever the hell student? No.
Do you know?
They can't buy a house. They can't buy a business. It's like $300 a month. You're going to buy a house?
Yeah.
Probably
Well,
not.
do you know how you stop bad decisions?
Consequences.
Yes. You have consequences for said bad decisions.
Yep.
Now, if these women are going to take out loans that on degrees that go nowhere, guess what? If you don't do the research, you make bad decisions, leads to bad consequences. That's just the way it is. And men and women are equal. If a dude fucks up, he starts whining about it. Usually I'll look him in the face and go, "Hey, handle your shit. You did this, blah, blah, blah. Cowboy up and unfuck yourself." You know how many times I've said that to soldiers? Thousands of times. Thousands.
You just say it how it is, man.
And some of them were female soldiers, and they got all butthurt, and then I get talked to by the battalion commander. And I literally looked at the commander and go, "Look, I just told said female soldier the same shit I would tell a male soldier.
Handle your shit.
Handle your shit. Shut the fuck up and quit crying. Get it over and fix it. Figure it out."
You know what's funny is that exact delivery, those few sentences, apply to most problems that people will complain to you about in your life. Because I dare say 85 to 90% of the crap that people bitch about constantly is their own damn fault.
Yeah, you know that thing I always do on camera where I go, "Wah."
Wah.
I had a platoon sergeant who used to do it to me. I was like a PFC, and I'm like, "Yeah, this bullshit, blah, blah, blah." And I remember he's eating his food, and he just looks at me and goes, "Mama? Mama?" And I'm like, "Ah, yeah," and I just walked off. But he's totally right.
He was right.
He totally set me straight by just acting like I was a baby. And then I'm like, that worked so good, I adopted it into my repertoire.
You know what's really funny is I do that to my wife. She'll be working on something or whatever, or she just takes on way too much and starts whining about it. And I just, I'll be at my desk with my headphones on, and I'm having to take them on and off every 3 minutes because she thinks of something else to say. And then finally I'll just look over and go, "Wait." And she'll look back at me, "Did you just wham me?" "Yes, I did. What are you going to do about it?" And then she just walks away, and then she'll come back like 10 minutes later. "Yeah, you're right."
You're right. You're right. I mean, because a lot like a lot of the youth today don't have anyone to look them in the face and go, "You're crying a lot, and you're being a straight up bitch here. It's time you grab your testicles and pull them out, drop those things, and man up and get the shit done."
Shine them up, empty the quim out.
That's right.
and do your deal.
Ring out the quim. That's another thing I tell dudes, like when I do the comedy stuff. Like if they're sitting next to a woman, I'm like, all right, I want everyone to reach over your significant other's shoulder and grab her handbag and take your testicles out of her purse and ring out the quim and put them on, because I'm about to talk about man shit here, and you need to have those to understand. And I can't tell. I do that, and I hear like the women in the background. Oh, and then afterwards, he hates women. No, I don't hate women. I just want men to be men, women to be women, and like people quit whining about bad decisions and accept consequences. You can imagine how good the world would be if people just did that simple equation.
Accepting consequences is really difficult for a lot of people.
It is.
It really is. It's much harder than it should be. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
saying.
sooner or later, if you ignore consequences, reality and karma is going to give you the hard one.
The hard
You're
one.
going to get the hard one. You're going to get life is going to ram that peg D right up your slot B, and not in a good way.
Sounds like that would hurt. Just saying. Hey, James, are you still with us?
Did he drop off?
Did we lose him?
Oh.
I think we might have lost James.
Oh, shiata.
Oh, shit.
Well, get his ass back on here, man.
I'm going to do what I can.
I'm sorry. I was just muted. Sorry.
Oh, you were muted.
You're muted.
What, were you
was
laughing
muted,
too hard or
yes.
something? Or were you touching you? Were you fondling you?
I was. Yeah. I mean, I figured, you guys were talking. I had, 30 seconds to get happy. So
You got an
I did.
Orn Pay tab up, don't you, in the same window?
I think someone is writing a musical with his skin flute.
He likes to color in all of the pages in the coloring book with his white crayon.
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
That's it right there.
Somebody in the chat said Belle Delphine has some videos somewhere. You heard of her? She's that kind of cute blonde or pink girl or whatever.
I never heard of her.
I read she's making $1 million a month on OnlyFans.
What is she doing?
You know what she's doing.
She's making spicy content.
Is she getting her
Yes.
women bits diddled on camera?
Yeah, well, I don't know about
Yeah.
that, but I
Yeah,
mean, I'm sure
actually-
she's showing just enough. I mean, she was the one a couple years ago that sold her bathwater for $30 a jug, and people were
Yeah.
buying it.
And I was quite disappointed to find out that one of the reviewers that I actually went to for a little bit of research when we were doing the Cries of Soy Woker month last year.
Yep.
He's very into the Star Wars stuff, and he's like his criticism and analysis of the series is always spot on. But apparently, he's one of those dudes who not only bought her bathwater, he vaped it.
Oh my God.
He stuck it in a freaking vape pen and sucked it into his lungs.
Are you serious? Come on!
I am not making this up. Hand to God. Hand to God.
Oh my God! What?
And if this is even more screwed up, because I'm actually grateful that you brought this up, James, simply because this is something that I've been questioning whether or not we should bring it up in a Ride and Roast. And this is really disgusting. So if you are about to drink something, anybody in the audience, put it down. Bella Delphine is selling the condom that she's used in her first adult movie.
No.
And I guarantee you somebody's going to buy that.
Ugh. See this is all right.
Oh
This
my God.
stuff
You're
like
kidding.
this is destroying my hope in humanity. It is.
I wonder if you
Oh
can
my
get
God.
like herpes or the hip HIV or the herpes
yes,
or the
you should-
gonorrhea
yes.
from sucking down somebody's bathwater.
Would you stop? I don't want stop. This
She-
is nasty.
She's. Oh God.
And what are you going to do with the condom once you get it? I mean, that's twice the STDs with half the calories.
oh my
I mean,
God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Matthias K in the comments says, in reality, the bathwater is from Flint, Michigan. So he got lead poisoning. Winning. No.
Well,
is
first
she
of
gonna?
all-
Is she gonna auction off the?
What is wrong with
used,
this guy's
unit?
IQ to even go down this path?
Ugh,
How
God, I'm
low
almost
does your
sick to my stomach, and I've been
testosterone
kind of
be to
sick the
become
past
this-
couple of days. Thanks, Blake.
You're welcome, James. That's what I'm here for.
How low does your testosterone have to get when you become this much of a thirsty simp?
Ask the guys at BuzzFeed. Those guys have testosterone levels lower than most 80-year-old men. You want to know why? Soy!
That's right.
And they're writing articles that people are actually reading and listening to. God
Yeah.
dang.
One of the reasons I actually stopped drinking beer primarily, and I usually just drink, just hard liquor, mixers, what have you, is because beer can have the same effect on you as soy. Because it spikes your estrogen, or it has like
Really?
a pseudo estrogen.
Yeah,
That's
it's
where
got-
dudes get the bitch tits and the big belly, things like that.
It's got pseudoestrogen in it.
Yeah. And Forced Out One with a $10 super chat says, "I'm eating here. You're welcome."
Yeah, you're probably vomiting now, though. I mean, ew.
I hope there's not
Yuck.
like pickle chips or something on there that actually where you can kind of look at it out of the corner of your eye and think, "Is that a con?" Oh God. Okay, now I just gotta put this away. Big Mac my ass.
I mean,
No,
that's,
there's a
that's
lot of
straight
these,
up
what do
nightmare
they call
fuel,
them?
man.
Phytoestrogens in plastic water bottles. And of course, the big soybean thing happened when we were kids, Pop. You went to GNC and they were roasting soybeans. It's the next best thing, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah.
And
You got tofu
yeah,
steak.
there's probably a reason why.
Well,
The
I mean,
Chinese and the Asian folks, they ferment the crap because that takes the poisons out. Just
Ugh.
throwing it in.
a lot of
soy sauce and all that.
I mean, a lot of men when they get older, they do develop some moobs and some bellies and stuff.
Yep.
It's called a dad bod. It just happens as you get older. You should not have a body like that at 20.
No, that's called Xbox body.
Yeah, because
yeah.
testosterone.
Incel body. Can we talk about that, or is it verboten?
I don't know,
Well, yeah.
but testosterone, as your body body produces it, and then it slowly disassembles some of it, and it becomes DH. What's a DHA, and then an estrogen type of product. So
Really?
by the time
Wow.
in your late 40s, you've had enough of this testosterone break down into estrogen where you develop the moobs and some fat belly. It just happens.
Boobs.
Unless you want to go
Well, I
on
think-
like a protein, no food, no carb diet. And
Yeah. But I mean, your metabolism does kind of slow down. I mean, the older we get, I've noticed it.
Yeah.
oh hell yeah! After
was
like
almost-
32, oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Mine was,
you were in
after
good
my
physical
ex
shape,
left.
though. I've always been kind of a fat slob, but I did notice that, like, when I got to 30, I started putting weight on,
yeah.
and then when I got to 40, started putting weight on. 50, putting weight on, and it's like it doesn't matter how much exercise I do. I was riding, bicycle 20 miles a day and all kinds of crazy stuff, and
yeah,
it didn't stop. Can't.
like when I used to compete, I remember my walk around weight was like 180 to 187. I would sign a contract to fight light heavyweight, which is 175 to between 168 and 175. I'd have like 5 weeks. I'd cut out like one meal a day, still do my same training. By the time I walked in there on fight day, I was 175.
Mhm.
Boys.
No problem dumping 13 pounds in 5 weeks. And I could actually, if I really wanted to get stupid, I could lose like 13 pounds in like 7 days. It
Nice.
takes, like, I've been trying to come down into just the 200-pound range. I was like 226. It has taken me like 8 months to come down to 210.
Yeah.
And there's some aisles in the grocery store I can't even walk down, or I'll gain a pound. Laugh it up. It's totally true.
It is, man. You hit a certain point, and it's like your body just says, "Oh yeah, you want that? Well, you might as well just lick it and stick it to your ass because that's where it's going.
That's right, where it's
You
going.
want those Intamin cookies? Yeah, you go for that. You fat bastard."
Yeah, the thing that worked for me, at least, to feel better is just get rid of sugar. Any friggin' sugar, I don't eat sugar. Nothing.
I need to start doing that.
And the thing is, and again, this is speculation. Don't cancel us, Susan.
Yeah.
But I think food, processed food people, they put so much sugar and salt in food. You get so used to a really high level of sugar that nothing tastes good without it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you get yourself off sugar, I can barely eat an apple. It's so freaking sweet, and I'm not kidding. I mean, it's amazing how much sugar naturally is in an apple. But until you get off sugar, all that processed food, and I don't eat that crap anymore, but at one time I did. You get off of that, it's unimaginable how sweet things are. It's really amazing.
It's the same thing with salt. You know, and it really cracks me
yeah,
up too.
yeah.
Like these vegans and vegetarians think they're eating so healthy. It's like, well, you don't need to eat a sausage made that's actually made from an animal. You could buy these vegetarian sausages, and they're so healthy because there's no meat in them. Did you actually take a look at the nutrition facts on some of these damn vegetarian sausages? Like
yeah,
one sausage on these things,
it's
it's like
soy junk,
Yep.
smashed together, and they make it look like something.
and like
Well,
one
I mean, I
sausage
guess
is
some of these burgers are pretty
75%
good.
of
They
your
get a soy
sodium.
protein they put in there that kind of tastes like blood, some
Aha.
hemo something or other. But
Listen, I find it very appetizing just thinking about swinging a sledgehammer on a pig and a cow and then eating them.
I need something that used to have a mother, preferably killed with a bat.
That's how I order my steaks. And I remember, like, the people taking my order, they look at me like, you're a goddamn barbarian. I'm like, yes, and I want you to kill it right now.
I want you to walk it out here in front of me with a choke collar. You take the back, I take the front, and we're gonna
Yep.
spit roast this beast, and then we're gonna walk it back and throw it on the grill personally. And that's gonna be my day. You should be grateful to be a part of it.
Listen, I just find animals tasty. What can I say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong, with. I mean, I know there's the ethical concerns about some vegetarians or whatever, but I mean, it's good for you. I mean, all that crap they told us in the 70s about diet. Pop, you were there.
Oh,
Oh no, don't eat meat, don't eat butter, don't eat eggs, don't eat bacon. Eat this margarine crap, which turned out to be the most horrible crap for you, which is that whatever that is, trans fat.
It's one molecule away from plastic. If you leave margarine in the sun, nothing will grow on it.
Is
I
that
didn't know
right?
that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just like McDonald's French fries. It's the same thing. You leave McDonald's French fries out in the sun just to rot, they won't rot. Stuff doesn't grow on them. They are that disgusting.
I didn't even
I
know
got
that.
I got some ranch real ranch dressing from like Target. I went and got some salad or whatever, and I didn't want to
got
eat
real
it,
ranch
so I put it in
dressing
my
from
office.
Target.
It was there a year and a half later.
You left
Nothing
shit in
wrong
your
with it.
office for a year and a half?
Nothing happened to it. It just sat there and it did nothing. It's like, oh
Says
my
the
God.
dude who's got a freaking black hefty bag that's literally just hanging from a rusty nail on the side of his kitchen wall, and he just leaves it there until he's like, well, that starts to stink. I should probably take it out back. Like, you sick son of a bitch.
Listen, I live like I'm living in a barracks, man. That's just how it is.
I know. It's just funny, though. I actually remember once upon a time I was dating this Sicilian chick. I remember I made the last meal that I made in her place was like an Alfredo dish, right? Stuff where things can actually grow on it, right? About a month later, once we had officially called it quits, I'm like, look, I don't know what you're doing behind my back and not telling me about, but clearly something is not copacetic here. So I'm going to drop by your place. I'm going to leave your key. I just need to pick up the movies that you have that I know are mine, and I'm just going to go home. And she was out with friends at the time, of course. And I go in there, and as soon as I walk in, I'm like, what the hell is that smell? And the place was already a freaking mess. I decided to crack open the door to the kitchen. Sitting in the sink were the pots and pans and plates that I cooked on bare minimum 3 weeks before, with green shit growing on it.
That's bad.
In the sink.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm not that bad.
Not exaggerating.
No, I'm not that bad.
No, you're not that bad.
But, like, I'm telling you, like, home is where the heart is. My home is with my kids. My kids don't live with me. Therefore, I have no home. I just have a lair where I hang out till the next operation. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have the luxury of having a home. I just have a place where I sleep.
Yeah, it's me too. I mean, because we're all working from home now, right? Well, if you can.
Most people. Yeah.
Thank goodness I have the opportunity. I've got all kinds of shit here all over my kitchen table, boxes of crap everywhere in my apartment. So yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
And it's
I don't
like,
have a
well,
home.
should I clean it up? It's like,
No.
nah,
You and I
have another beer.
You and I don't have a home. We have a lair.
Live from the lair. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you read about these stories. Men can get by on so much less, right, than women.
Yeah.
With respect to, because I mean, I've been single for a long time, and I had a house, I had a couple of houses and all this shit. I never bought anything. Didn't buy any furniture, friggin' pictures and all that kind of crap. It's like, no, Now I'm going to buy video games and a motorcycle
Yeah.
and stuff like that because that's more fun, at least to me.
Well, if I need furniture, I'll go buy the cheap shit at IKEA.
Yeah.
Like I bought like a lot of my furniture at Salvation Army, and like I remember one of the mattresses for my futon had a chalk outline of a guy on it.
Oh, God.
I don't care. I'm like, does that smell? No. How much is that? That one's like $5. It's got the chalk outline. How much is that one? Oh, it's $55. Give me the chalk outline. I'm good.
Oh,
I'll just flip it over.
Just slip the cover
all the
off and
blood
wash
stains.
it. Hey,
No,
just
there's
like
no
new.
blood on there.
$5.
There's no
Yeah.
blood.
I
on
don't
there.
care. Even if I probably wouldn't sleep on it if there's blood on it, but
Well,
it was just a
you can-
chalk outline.
That's
It could have
one way
been
to-
anything.
That's one way to get your Red Wings.
Yeah, I guess.
Jeez.
I mean, a chalk outline could be anything.
Slip face down in somebody's suicide stew.
Could be. Yeah.
Could be.
Oh, God.
I mean,
Well, it could
it's
be the
funny
kids were
now,
just drawing outlines on the futon. Who knows?
That, wouldn't
right?
that would be a hilarious comedy skit. I'm with a woman, and I'm like, hey, I want to buy a futon, but there's like a chalk outline on it. She's like, oh my God, no! What the hell is that? And I'm like, it's a chalk outline. It could be anything. Somebody died on there. It doesn't mean somebody died on
Doesn't
there.
mean it could be. It could be one of those Art Deco decisions. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Could be, they were an artsy type drawing
like,
stuff on
totally.
the futon. Who knows?
But like, I got the whole.
And hey, it's
futon.
$5, baby. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the
Salvation Army.
I got the futon with the mattress for $37. I needed
You got
it.
the whole thing.
Got the whole
All
thing.
right.
It was a deal.
Is that the one that you sleep on in the lair?
No.
Okay, I'm just
It's
asking.
the other one in the other room. The black metal one.
Okay. The one that you had your buddy sleeping on. You're a dick.
Sorry. Well, I slept on that one before. It's not a big deal. I took out the chalk outline and I put a mattress top on it.
The
Doesn't
world's
matter.
first haunted futon. Hey, here, have a seat, dude. What's that? Disregard the chalk outline in the corner. It's all good.
And if you hear anything at night, it's probably just me getting water. Don't worry about that. It's fine.
Listen, I've lived in haunted houses. The lair is minimally haunted.
Minimally haunted.
Listen,
Really?
any house you have that's older than 50 years, somebody's probably died in there. And a lot of times when people die, they leave something behind. And that's just the way it is.
The house that I grew up in Oak Park, a dude, the guy who bought it from us, apparently he got divorce grapefruited after all was said and done, and he self-deleted in that house.
He ventilated his thinking meat?
Yes.
Okay. That's sad.
And because of that, and like the legalities and everything, and the probate, it wound up going to auction around the time that I was actually looking for a house. And I was like, oh, my old house is going to be going up for auction, And I talked to the neighbor across the street because, I hadn't seen my old house in I don't know how long. And I noticed that the grass in the backyard was 6 feet high and the front yard was mowed. He comes over and he's curious about who the hell I am. He's the one who's been mowing the lawn. He's like, oh, yeah, that dude. Apparently after his wife left him and everything, it was just too much for him. And right there in the living room, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to buy that house. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like one of my really good buddies, I've known him since he was 8. He just bought a house. I helped him buy it. I gave him like $5,000 to help him for closing costs. I just went over there like last week. He's giving me the grand tour and everything. We get to the basement, and I walk down there, and I'm like, oh.
This house is haunted, bro.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
Got something going on here, huh?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, has anybody seen anything? Because I'm getting a really bad vibe here. And he's like, yeah, my granddaughter said she sees a woman here once in a while. And I'm like, oh,
Really?
okay. Well, it's not. I wasn't getting like a horrible vibe, like it's somebody who's pissed off or evil.
Yeah.
It's just somebody that loved the
Little
house
something.
and just said, fuck it, I'm going to stay here and live for a while.
When I was actually house hunting, I remember, going around all these different houses and everything like that. I've saw dozens of them. I walk into this one particular place. And immediately, as soon as I walked in, I'm like, what the hell? Something's really kind of weird here. I felt like my skin crawling up my neck. And then everything in the house is deader than dead. There's not a light on. Heat isn't running. It's like the middle of like late spring. So, it's like 55 degrees out. So the house is fine. I go down into the basement. There's one light on and a chair in the middle of the basement, and the light is directly over the chair. I see it like I'm just 6 steps down into the basement. I take one look at it. And I'm like,
Nope.
oh, fuck this. We're out. Like, we're going in the car.
Mm-hmm.
That was just too weird.
That's a nope moment.
That is a very much a hell no moment.
Nope.
It's
Nope.
like
Nope.
it's
nope.
like when you pull the panties down and you get a whiff of rotten fish crotch and bad decisions. You're like, that is a nope moment. I'm gonna go home. We'll see you later.
I got that feeling every single day, all day long in Abu Ghraib prison. Everywhere
you
you
were
went.
saying, you were saying that.
You did a whole video about those places. You did like 2 or 3 different videos about the crap that you saw there.
I mean, the scary. Well, okay, there was a lot of scary moments, but this one thing really freaked me out. I'm coming back from battalion. It's like 1:30 in the morning. We got called up there at 11 for like an emergency, briefing. I'm there with my commander, and he stays behind. I don't know what he's doing. I leave. I'm heading back to, basically Abu Ghraib had 5 different cell blocks, and each cell block is its own, like, basically prison. And from the battalion to where we were at was like 3/4 of a mile. And it's 1:30 in the morning. The lights never turn off on the ground floor. They're on all the time. And down the middle of the ground floor is a hallway that goes the whole length of the whole cell block. It's like 100, 200 meters long. Off to the side, there's a little alcove, and there's like 3 other hallways, but they have doors on them, and they're locked with these big fat iron padlocks. I turn the corner, and I see like this jet black humanoid figure walk in under the light across the hallway. There are no facial features, nothing. It doesn't throw a shadow, but it is black as pitch. Walks across into that alcove. And I'm like, holy shit, who the hell's that? It doesn't really dawn on me. I mean, it was a little odd. And I immediately walked down there. I got my AR-15. I mean, 13 mags, 2 frags, and a pistol on me. I'm gonna go find out what's up. I walk down there, turn the corner into the alcove. There's no way out. All of the doors are still locked because I checked them. There is no way whatever walked into that alcove would have walked out without me seeing it, and it didn't open any of those doors. That's when I realized I didn't see a dude. I saw a jinn.
Jinn.
That's what the Iraqis call those things, jinns.
Not to be confused with tonic.
Yeah, that was creepy right there.
Yeah.
Kind of a spirit of somebody maybe that was, injured in that place.
No.
or what do you think?
Let's see. I think it was 1.37 million people disappeared that went into Abu and never came out.
Wow.
1.37 million?
That's the number that I was told. It could be less. I mean,
Holy
but they dug up
Jesus.
3 mass graves. There were several others that were suspected. And the cell block I was in was for political prisoners, and behind where I used to sleep was a wood chipper in the desert.
Oh God.
There's, no one. There shouldn't be a wood chipper in the desert.
I've seen Fargo. I know what those are used for.
Yes, and there was also a gallows. I had them remove that, and the wood chipper, because I was a master sergeant at the time.
Like, get that shit out of here, please.
Yeah, E8, triple tabbed E8. I wasn't an officer, but I would go talk to officers, and they would seriously listen to what I had to say. And I remember I walked this one major who was basically in charge of having stuff built and tore down and moved around. And I remember I walk up to him. I'm like, "Hey, sir, what's up with the wood chipper and the gallows behind where I'm sleeping? That shit needs to go." And he's just like, "Well, we'll get to it, Master Sergeant." I'm like, "Time out here, sir. That whole thing is interfering with my feng shui and the feng shui of my dudes. So I would really appreciate if that shit was gone by tomorrow." And guess what? That shit was gone. No, that shit was gone by 8:00 that night.
Really?
Outstanding.
Wow.
That major's like, yeah, he's got a point there. It's kind of bad for morale. We better remove that
A little
shit.
bit.
Really
yeah.
bad. Holy, so it was Saddam that sent all these men and women there. I assume it's mostly men, but maybe some women. Who knows?
No, men, women, children. Because
Everything. Oh my God.
I had one of my platoons living on the second floor in one of the cell blocks. And I think at 3 or 4 different times in the middle of the night, one of my guys would be going down to take a piss, and a 10-year-old kid would be walking up the stairs right by him.
No way.
He was seen.
Wow.
That kid was seen by like 15 or 16 people. It was totally a ghost. It was the same kid too.
They all described him the same way.
insane.
Yeah, they all. Well, nobody saw him twice, but everyone described it. But I remember the last time it was like 3 a.m. They're like, "Hey, the kid's back!" They turn on the lights. Everyone's like going crazy looking for the kid, and they wake me up. I come out, and I remember I'm making eye contact with the guy whose bunk is right by the door by the stairs, and I have my hands on the light switches. I go, "The kid's dead! It's a ghost!" And I turn off the lights, and that kid's face was just in utter horror as I turned the lights off. And the next day, he's like, "Hey, can I move where I sleep?" I'm like, "Yeah."
You didn't really mean that, did you, Sword?
No, they all knew it was a ghost. They all knew it. No one would say it but me.
Well,
Well, I mean, what would a little kid be doing in a prison anyway? I mean, when you guys were there, that
They-
wouldn't make sense. So it'd have to
No.
be something
They
like
would
that.
kill the whole family. If you're a political prisoner, they would kill your whole family.
So if you remember, like the different party than he was, they'd just get rid of you.
They'd
So, wow.
arrest you. A lot of times they would take all your male children, and sometimes they just arrest the entire family, torture and kill your family in front of you so you answer the questions, and then just kill everyone.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's some ruthless shit right there. I
Yeah.
hope to God I never, ever get to that level because, in my opinion, like you slip from beyond being a human to something else when you're able to do that kind of horrid evil. Oof.
Well, I think most people would agree that Saddam was not really a human. He was an inhumane bastard
Oh,
from
no,
hell.
Yeah.
Now that you're telling me these stories, it's like I remember watching him, expire on television. It's like, I don't feel bad at all.
I will say
I
this,
thought,
though.
well, maybe he's sort of I understand, he's going to meet his maker or whatever. It's like, nah, you did this shit. No, go away.
Yeah,
I hope he's rotting in hell.
I did not feel bad when he died. I will say this, though, in all honesty, he died well. He didn't
died
whine
well.
or cry.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
He
that's
took
true.
it straight up like a dude.
I love when they found him and he's like, they dig him out of a hole. He's like, "Hello, I am Saddam Hussein and I'm ready to negotiate." Like, you're not negotiating with anyone. They just dug you out of a hole in the ground.
Yeah,
the whole
that was
freaking
crazy.
country was taken over by the U.S. by that time, the coalition. I mean, come on. You remember Chemical Ali, was it? Or who was the dude? No,
no,
there's
they hung
nothing
him.
here. We're fine. Everything good. And there's freaking tanks coming out. It's
Yeah,
what
Chemical
in the hell?
Ali, when they hung him, they got it wrong. And they actually ripped his head off.
Oh, Jesus. Really?
That's what I heard.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But who was the spokesman that was saying, remember that when the tanks
Yep.
are rolling in and the anti-aircraft is going and you got the jets flying in and no, there's nothing going on here. He's live on CNN or something. It's like, oh my God, really?
Well,
Kind of reminds me of something that happened recently in some cities here in the United States.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
to see here. It's
Yeah.
great.
Well, first of all,
Fiery but peaceful.
Of course, yes.
Saddam Hussein and all of his cronies should have went down fighting. They literally should have just said, screw this. There's going to be no mercy for us. Let's just get on a tank and roll it to wherever.
Let's ride this all the way into the scene of the crash.
That's correct. And another thing is, like, in the first Gulf War, when the 82nd Airborne jumped in, all Saddam had to do was march his guys forward and just erase them from existence because there's nothing they could. The 82nd is a respectable unit. Don't get me wrong. All right. But the whole army of Saddam with all his tanks and artillery against light infantry paratroopers in the desert, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
Nah.
No, because this is the unwritten rule right here. Like, if you are so unfortunate enough to have a battalion of airborne rangers jump into your country, you need to be willing to write off an entire division to get rid of them. It's the same thing with the 82nd, but they were facing multiple divisions. There's no way they could have won. I'm just saying.
That's the
Didn't
That's when the fight is
didn't
over
Bush
before it
give him
begins.
Saddam a chance? Say, hey, look, you give up now, we'll exile you somewhere.
I have no idea. I wasn't involved in that level. I was back then. I was literally just a crunchy.
Crunchy.
I'm just a piece of meat that got thrown into the machine. That's all I was.
Crunchy.
That's what I call. Listen, that's what I call grunts that are up front doing the deal.
Yeah.
Even myself, we're just crunchies. We're basically the grease of the skids of the tank that runs us over. That's it.
Speaking of which, I just need to point out Sydney MGTOW in the house.
Boom!
Hey,
Driving tanks while tanked equals winning with $2 Australian super chat.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We got a few super chats, but I just want to know, we kind of got way off in the weeds here talking about various different things, but I know that you don't accept gift, Pop, but how were you? How was your Christmas? Was it good?
Yeah, I got cookies for my daughter.
Okay, so you got one of the few things that you will actually accept.
Yeah, I did buy myself some good gifts. Like I got myself a really cool new poncho that's insulated. I got 5 waterproof bags, minus 30 degree Fahrenheit sleeping bags, a bunch of other equipment. I'm buying a bunch of camping gear in case I have to do emergency camping in the future.
Just a bit. Just a bit. What about you, James?
I got nothing. I didn't buy anything. Nothing.
Well, it's not just about
I got
gifts.
a couple of cards, but yeah, I just I don't need anything, so I usually don't. I don't get anything.
I'm the same way. If I need it, I buy it myself.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same way myself.
That's typically
too.
it.
But did you see family or anything like that? Either one of you.
I saw my daughter and my
So
mother.
you saw your daughters.
But the
What about you,
thing
James?
is like I said in that one video,
Yeah.
I am now entering the stage in life where I'm completely disposable, and I accept it.
It is what it is.
I mean, I'm cool. I mean, I've lived pretty much my entire life on basically surfing that lead wave of disposability,
Okay.
and that's just the way it is.
Well, the reason why I had to dive back into Christmas is because there's something that I've wanted to share with you guys. Because this is not a story that you're going to hear anywhere else unless you happen to know the same people as me, which is it's not a foregone possibility. But a friend of mine was just messaged me out of the blue the other night because we're like watching Gremlins or something, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, my dad, he just got a dick in the mail." Like, what?
What?
Like an actual severed? She's like, no, like a big cardboard ding dong, and it said "Happy Thanksgiving" on it. And then for Hanukkah, somebody sent him a dick menorah. I'm like, this can't be true. There's absolutely no way. I said, okay, if this actually happened, you need to show me the pictures, and there they are. Look, not only are there
Oh my
candles
God!
on top of the dick menorah, they even cut out little penises in the base. And there's a
my
dick
God.
dreidel in the middle of the dick menorah.
Where did that come from?
That is hilarious.
Because that's some shit I would do.
And I was curious. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to look this up, and I'm going to figure out exactly what the dealio is with this. And it turns out, and you guys can thank me later, you can go to a website called, I shit you not, shipadick.com. Here it is.
Shipadick.com. All right, everybody. Hey.
And this is all 100% anonymous. And you can send Jolly Saint Dick and the Dickmas ornament and the Dick trophy. That one's $40. And the Dickmas cocking, I think that's my personal favorite.
Oh, my
And of
goodness.
course, they're made in America.
America.
And here's a whole bunch of satisfied customers. There's a penis bouquet in there.
Okay, now hang on. That lady right there with the fluffy hair's got a nice rack.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
I like that.
She's got a paintbrush tucked in her chest.
I'm a connoisseur of the front and rear bumper.
Yeah, I'm well aware of this fact. I just thought that's one of the funniest things that I've heard of in a
That's
long
some shit
time.
I would do. That's good stuff, right?
That's good stuff. Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
up there with the
that's
Pringles
really
can.
good for our
No,
Jewish
it's,
friends.
I mean, it's
With the-
not
they
it's not a
would get kicked out.
biohazard.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's in that same level.
yeah. If you want to prank people without the biohazardous materials,
Yeah,
This is a
today
good
you
way
go
to
to
do it.
prison for that. Yeah. And plus, they can DNA test your shit and find out it's you 100%.
Not that you would know or anything.
Well, I
Nah,
got
you wouldn't
lucky.
know
I
that.
didn't have DNA back then. DNA test was expensive, and that was like just reserved for like rape A stuff.
Rape stuff.
Yeah,
EPAR.
EPAR.
Grapefruiting.
Yes, grape. Yeah, grape. I like grape. Grape juice is good.
EBAR.
EPAR.
EPAR.
You know, people. What the R word? We don't want to say it here.
Yeah, we can't say it here.
Susan.
We
It's the-
can't even see the imp say word anymore on Twitch without getting banned.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're really upset about that
That
word.
word and what was it? Incel,
Virgin.
virgin. Yeah, all of those are now banned on
Twitch.
thanks to the
that's
deerkin, gender fluid, on your chest person who's in charge of their moderation over there now. I guess
I
give
don't
these
know.
people a little bit of power, and this is what happens.
Well, I mean, who do you think is working there? It's a bunch of gender studies majors for minimum wage. Come on, you got some dude at the top, and then you got some scattered women in there, and the ones running the censorship. Those are feminists. It has to be.
It has
Oh
to
my
be.
God, I'm so hurt. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
And it makes me wonder, would they
Thanks.
even call themselves feminists because they don't believe that gender is binary?
You know, it does get a little weird.
It
at some
opens up
point.
a whole other can of worms.
I'm going to be honest. There's only two genders and two sexes because back in the day, there was, a male gender and female gender were directly related to sex. And if you go back in the older dictionaries, that's exactly what they were.
Yeah. It wasn't until like the 1940s. And then one dude is like, well, if I say this, I can become famous. So I'm just going to, concoct a bunch of BS that flies in the face of everything that science says. And then, in 60 years, I'll be considered like, spearheading this progressive movement.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. In the wild, there are a certain number of any population that are gay. Because that's Mother Nature's way of culling the herd. Because an organism that wants to just nail the same sex is not going to reproduce.
That's true. That's true.
That's just the way it is.
Your genes are not desirable.
That's right.
Or maybe there's just so many of the population that there's just it's a natural phenomena where a switch gets flipped when you're either in vitro or growing up, where you're like, okay, you're out of the gene pool.
Yeah. Something doesn't happen right, or something doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right?
And listen, those people have my sympathy. They really do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I am not going to live a lie because their feelings are hurt. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either.
I mean, all this gender talk, though. What? I'll say you're a trans person. You feel you're in the wrong body or whatever. I thought you could just say, "Hey, today I'm a woman." Why do you have to go through all the puberty blockers and all this other crap? I thought you could just identify as whatever you want.
All right, James, I'm going to
Right?
ask you a question here.
Go ahead.
Are we or are we not supposed to separate church and state? It's a yes or no question.
Well, sort of,
Okay,
but not
all right.
really. It was the government shall not impose a religion
Correct.
upon the state, the
Correct.
states.
Now, when people say, I was born in the wrong body, is that or is that not a metaphysical argument?
Sure.
So, if the government is passing laws based on a metaphysical argument, have we or have we not now blurred the lines between church and state?
Well, you see, the problem is it's okay if it's the church that they agree with. That's fine.
I'm just
We all
saying,
know that.
if they are going to do that,
Mm-hmm.
then they are violating their own dogma about separating church and state.
Yeah.
They've already done that the minute they take on a metaphysical argument.
And it always cracks me up anyway whenever like the far left try to use religion in their arguments and they think they're being sly. Like, well,
Yeah.
Jesus would be a far leftist because, he said this and he said that and he wanted to give to the poor and all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, really? That's fascinating. Aren't you an atheist? So if he would be a socialist, then you're not going to follow his teachings, but then try to make me feel like I'm an idiot?
And also,
Fascinating.
Jesus said, bring the sword.
A little bit.
Sometimes it's necessary to show up to kick some ass. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And then they got this new Kami Pinko Pope in there, trying to.
Oh, God.
He's a real special guy.
He's just.
Well, I mean,
I'm going to be honest.
Go ahead. Sorry.
When I hear the crap about the new Pope,
Yep.
I thoroughly believe he's been corrupted by Old Scratch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, there was some talk. Remember because is it Benedict or who's the one now? Francis was the guy who retired, right?
No, but I think
And then-
Benedict was the guy.
Is it
who-
the other way
who
around?
Retired, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. The current Pope, the other one retired. He's still alive, which is hardly ever happened, right?
Yeah,
And so there was some
Benedict-
talk with maybe, this is the anti-Pope or whatever. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's true, but that's kind of what was floating around a few years ago.
There's only so many popes. I think we're almost at the end of the line for popes before there's like a big problem. I'm trying to remember where I read this at. I saw it on a documentary that there's actually so many popes that were supposed to be, and then there's going to be a big upheaval, and then it's going to have to reset. I don't know where I heard that. It could be wrong. Anyone who knows that, just throw it in the links below so we can read it later.
I think that was Nostradamus, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was one of the sages, or maybe a different one, but somebody who saw into the future that said, after this guy, things are going to get really interesting.
Yes.
So
I think we're almost there.
Yeah.
That's why I'm buying so much camping equipment for my surprise camping trip.
Yeah, it's a surprise camping trip that you're planning ahead for.
Listen, if you don't have basic equipment, it gets really nasty out there in the wild.
Yeah.
Just gonna say.
Yeah. A few years ago, let's just say I got some camping gear.
Yes.
And some accessories to go with that camping gear. And that's kind of nice to have available.
Well, all I have is camping gear.
Me too.
I don't have any other equipment except camping gear.
We got
I got some of those metal, what are those things? The crampons or whatever the hell they are.
You got to have those.
Oh, yeah, I got plenty of those.
Crampons.
It's good.
No, you use those to traverse ice.
Exactly. You never know.
We do have one comment here. It says Benedict was supposed to be the final pope before the Black Pope in the Malachi prophecy.
Great.
Yay!
I knew it. I knew I
that
heard
a-
that.
Is that Armageddon or what is it? Or
It's a
a
big
different
upheaval.
book of the Bible, maybe.
It's a big upheaval of some type.
Yeah.
I
'Cause,
don't
I mean,
know the details. That's all because my grandfather was a minister.
Yeah, and now
Oh,
we
really?
literally have a
Wow.
pope that's not teaching the Bible. Like he's supposed to be, like the one who upholds it above all. And some of the stuff that just comes out of his mouth, he sounds like a turbo corporatist leftist douchebag.
Well, let's put it this way: when I was a kid, my grandfather was an Episcopal minister, and all he would do, other than whining about life in general, was bitch about the actual Pope.
Yeah.
And
Really?
he would literally, we only got so many left. Oh God, and he'd scare the shit out of me.
Really?
Well,
Wow,
yeah,
I
I mean,
didn't
you
know.
got a guy dressed up like, almost like he's basically the equivalent of a priest, telling you the world's going to end, you're going to go to hell. That's scary for a 9-year-old kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and
That's
you
true.
were the one who was like, well, if that make Jesus a zombie, you're going to hell.
Oh.
Bill!
Yeah.
You can't tell a little kid he's going to hell.
No, because I used to screw with him. I did it on purpose because he would do cheetah backflips. I'd come up like on Saturday. I'd watch all the horror movies, on Channel 50. They'd be done around 3:00 in the afternoon, and I'd come up and I'd be like, "Hey, Grandpa, so what is your feelings on Jesus being a zombie?" Jesus was not a zombie. He was resurrected. Yeah, I'm like, Grandpa.
He died.
This is exactly what I told him. I was 9. I look right at him. I'm like, Grandpa, we all need to grow up here. Everyone knows if you die and come back from the dead, you're a zombie.
Not to mention the eating of the flesh and the drinking of the blood stuff.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
He would go crazy.
Which, speaking of Pope Benedict, I find it hilarious that now we have like this cuddly little snuggles bear, alphabet mafia, friendly Pope, who looks like just a typical old dude, and the guy before him, the one who retired and decided he was going to hang it up, is the one who looked like Emperor Palpatine, who would sip your blood and eat your flesh. And he's Pope Benedict. Like, in this country, that name comes with some baggage.
Yep.
Benedict Arnold.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And now we got Bendy Dick Cuminer Snatch, who plays Doctor Strange, too. So, I mean, that's not any better.
I like that.
Bendy Dick Cuminer Snatch, trademark Blake 2020.
But a lot of people don't know, like, Benedict Arnold, if we would have just treated him a little better, he wouldn't have gone over to the English side. We just kept slighting him and like, just basically treating him like a piece of shit. He said, fuck it.
Well, I mean, you're about 200 and some odd years too late for that one.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, bruh.
You're absolutely correct. I'm just telling you the facts.
You know, if that Third Reich guy, if his mama had just loved him more and made him eat a burger instead of making him a vegetarian, maybe he wouldn't have been like, I can't get the fucking trees. Damn it, I will kill everyone in the world, and just storms off.
Yeah, he kind of went off the deep end right there.
Yeah.
And the scary thing about him is he was a corporal in the German army, a runner. And then like 25 years later, he is commanding generals. I mean, come on. That's why they lost. If they would have let the generals run the war, it would have been a whole different story.
I think there's so much evidence of that. If you've ever read Rise and Fall of the Third Reich by, what the heck was his name? That's a really thick book, like 700-800 pages. Very, very interesting. He goes into great detail about some of the really stupid mistakes that who ordered, and his generals didn't want to do it, but they were too afraid that they were going to get whacked. You know? Whacked.
Yeah. I mean,
or sent to a camp. They didn't want that, or their families are going to be threatened and all that stuff. So.
That's right. And one of the big things that makes the special forces so feared and powerful is their ability to make decisions in real time when it's needed to be done. Because it's easier to get forgiveness than permission when you're on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have a mission. You have to do what you have to do, right?
Well,
adapt and overcome, all that other happy stuff, right?
I remember, like, my commander would send me places to get shit done, and I'd literally be making command decisions, and guys would be like, well, I have to run that by my commander. Shut the hell up and do what I goddamn tell you to do right now. Have your commander come to me when this is all over, and I'll explain it to him. And I'd get yelled at, and they'd be like, you shouldn't do that. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, is anybody dead? Yes or no? Yep. Nobody died? Uh-huh. What was the mission successful? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Well, I will gladly take the ass chewing and then report back to my commander.
It's good times. No. Just word of warning. If you're going to yell into the microphone, try not to swallow it like a greedy 8-mile sloot.
I need me a greedy 8-mile sloot about now.
A couple more drinks, he'll be going, let's get some Ambien. Let's go have some fun.
I've been drinking.
Let's go on a battle axe buying spree. It's been a while.
No.
Yeah, let's get on the computer.
You ever notice, like, the more you drink, the closer you get to your buddies in the bar?
Yeah.
You start out like 6 feet. Hey, how's it going? Two shots later, you're 4 feet. 2 more, you're 3 feet. 6 drinks in, you're like in each other's face. Oh, you better enjoy thing we did. That's exactly what happens.
You're kissing each other on the cheek like Frenchmen trying to talk. How you doing,
I love you, man. Let's go driving.
No homo.
Hey, let's knock out some super chats, bro. What do we got?
Yeah, let's.
We can do that. We can knock out some super chats. Now, strangely enough, we have one from last week.
All right.
That came in after the deadline. Polska Bob with a $100 super chat said, just because you saved my life.
That's why I'm here, man.
Polska Bob he's here every week, clockwork, never misses a stream. He's a good dude.
That's why I'm here, man. I'm here to keep people from ventilating their thinking meat.
That's important.
Voluntarily.
That is important.
It's very good important, yes.
Yes, because it's when you ventilate your thinking meat, it doesn't work properly anymore.
Nope.
Well, first of all, you're making a permanent solution to temporary problem.
Exactly.
And number 2 is there are a lot of things that you can do when you're still alive.
That's true.
A little bit. A little bit.
Just saying.
Absolutely.
Just saying that if you're still alive, there's more chapters in your story that you can write.
Yeah. I mean, we've all had arguments with, the women in our lives, or just, petulant people who
Yes.
are too stubborn to admit when they're wrong. And as soon as you have them backed into a logical corner, they do the mental equivalent of just saying, fuck it, and they walk away, right?
I've seen that, yes.
That is ventilating your thinking meat. That is you not dealing with the problem. You're just saying, it's good. You walk away.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of it has to do with pain, too.
Pain.
Yeah, because like the worst wound I've ever suffered in my life was the broken heart. That's it.
Yeah.
Getting blown up, run over by a truck.
Somebody hurt your little heart?
Oh, they ripped it out through my asshole.
Ripped you out through your
Yeah.
asshole? Did
Yeah.
it make you feel a little pain in there?
Oh yeah.
Did a little bit of labor? Did it make you feel like you would end it all?
Yeah, for a little while.
Did she take all the Alice's and Tony any more money?
I didn't have to give her any of that. She just took my kids, which was worse.
I don't know. I'm just using the excuse to talk a little bit like Stewie.
Okay.
Just to mess with you.
It's funny.
Bitch.
What's the next super chat?
Pop is easy. All I have to do is whip out the B word with a Stewie voice, and he's like, ah!
Come on, man. That shit's funny, man. Come on. That's some good shit right there.
We're going to do a little bit of boozing here. Get a little bit of my margarita in my hand here. Shinobi Juan has super chatted 99 cents. Which, welcome to the pack, Norton King. Jaffo on the Bound has super chatted $4.99. Evening, Pop and Blake. I think a whole bunch of us salty veterans are going to the festivities on the 6th. God bless it. And who is John Galt? I read that book.
I am planning on being there on the 6th.
Yes.
I am.
What about you, James?
But I'm sorry, I was
The big
drinking water.
protest, the stunning and brave protest
On the 6th,
on the 6th in Washington.
D.C.
in Washington. Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
I will there's a 90% chance I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Colorado. That's a long damn trip. From here.
Either I will
You could
be
probably get there in 8 hours. It would take me like 24.
It's about.
That's
I
a
think
long
it's
time.
about a 10 or 11 hour drive.
Well, either I will be there informally or I will be there formally.
Okay.
if you know what I mean.
And this is the protest of the Electoral College.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't heard too much about it. It's like a 1,000,000-man march or
I don't
person
know.
march.
I
or
don't know,
something.
but I'm planning on going.
Yeah, I mean, really, what these guys in Congress need literally is 1,000,000 people to show up. One of these, I mean,
Yeah.
when we get pissed like about this stupid stimulus plan that's going to send $500 billion overseas, which Trump isn't going to sign, thank goodness, but Congress was,
We need to
got
show
me
up
so
with
mad when I was reading that.
50 million people.
1,000,000 people would be good.
No, 50 million would be great.
50 million would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine those people in Congress would be crapping their drawers? It's like, we got some protesters out here. How many mil? Oh, about 10 million. What? You'd take over the entire, whatever square mileage of Washington, D.C. with that many people.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could.
And
It would be
they might
interesting.
get a message at some point.
Yeah, I think we're at the point where that message needs to be a little more stern, if you know what I mean.
I mean, just even if we just showed up, right? I mean, would have the Million Woman March or whatever.
I think we're
for,
beyond.
for Trump and all that. Imagine if we had 1,000,000 people show up at the inauguration and say, we don't like this.
it's crap.
Unhappy.
I think we're beyond showing up with signs and banners.
Uh-oh, how about pink hats? No.
I will not go further than that. I'm just saying.
I bet
in
they're
my
so
opinion.
fashionable. I mean, oh my gosh.
In my
No,
opinion,
they are cute. Yes. Yes.
I think
Yeah,
we're beyond
totally. It makes me want to just walk up to each one of them and flick it to see what happens.
that. I don't know. We'll
Some
see.
of those male feminists, that's probably the only pink thing they've had for a long time. If you hear my point.
Those
I
dudes
think.
haven't seen slot season since they were born.
Nope. It's like, well, I'd really
you
like to
imagine
see
that?
one. So
Well, this is
if
the
I
only
could be
time
a
I'm going to
feminist,
see.
maybe.
This is the only time I'm ever going to see this again. I might as well enjoy it while it lasts.
I'm going to be here. Hey,
And
girl
bro,
power, all that crap.
it
Yeah.
was my mom. It's terrible.
What's the next super chat?
Terrible. Oh man, we went off in the weeds there, but
Yeah,
I
we
liked
did.
it. Tracy
fun.
Wilborn back again with a 556 super chat through Streamlabs. Pop, thank you, sir. I know you're a working man, but it's a part of my upbringing. It's a sign of respect, so just live with the sir. I want to thank you for your shotgun recommendations. I ended up getting a Mossberg 590M. 10 plus 1 ought to do the job.
That's correct.
Trying to read it from here. It's a little difficult.
He got himself I believe that's the Mossberg 590 Marine division, Marine model, which is stainless steel.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, it's nice. 10 plus 1 though. Is that? Is that?
Yeah, you can have that's illegal. That is totally legal because it's
Totally
a pump
legal.
shotgun. It's not semi-automatic.
Oh, okay. Because when I was in a different state, you had to cap it at like 2 for even with a pump.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
had
but-
different laws everywhere.
No,
you know.
but that could easily be done by putting a wooden dowel down there, and you
Yep.
just when you want to load, if you really need to, you just open it up, take the dowel out, you're back to 10.
Let's do your deal.
Wow. I had no
Just-
idea.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I've seen though. I mean, I watch a lot of the kind of hunting shows, so I think I've seen that. It's pretty
It's
cool.
scary. It's scary how much I still know about guns.
You just
It is.
rattle it off, too.
I don't know. It just like comes to me. It's like ingrained in my DNA now.
Muscle memory.
Yeah.
There you go. You just know.
Outstanding. Brian Rodney with a $4.99 super chat. Wearing the M65 jacket liner as outerwear. The next best thing to being cuddled up with a whoobie. Love your stuff, Pop.
Yeah, I wear this shit. I have like boxes of these, and this one's old. Look at how wore out this is. It's like ripping from wear.
But is it still warm?
It's warm and soft.
That's what it's there for.
I love this shit. I even sewed buttons on it so I could like seal it up and wear it like a jacket.
Warm and soft like a nice set of D cups.
Because yeah.
Yeah.
Because once you're a grunt, you no longer care about fashion.
Or some fat flabbies that, buckle you in for the body bunker. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
the body bunker downhill escapades. I like it.
Strap you in with a safety harness for when she smashes into the wall.
Yeah. Sweet.
Speaking of which, just for the dudes out there, I'm kind of curious about this. Would you buy some of your overweight coworkers a shirt that looks like a Claymore mine that says front end, like a gunt end toward enemy?
Ooh.
That'd be kind of funny.
Or like a grenade pin that says pull pin on fat grenade. Just got married.
That's terrible, dude.
Totally true, though.
We're terrible people. We really are.
Totally true.
No wonder we were in YouTube jail for 2 weeks.
We've been in YouTube jail since we started.
Yeah, we're not out of jail. We're just on parole. We gotta report back in to Warden Susan every once in a while just to make sure we're not on the naughty list.
What are you gonna do?
Yep.
What's the next one?
Next one up here, Polska Bob back again with a $25 donation through Streamlabs. Merry Christmas, gentlemen. Here's some monies. Get yourself something nice. Hamster, did you finally score some pierogies?
I have not. I keep looking for them, and the stores are kind of weird, but I'm really, I guess there's a frozen brand of pierogi that's pretty good. You fry them up in butter and some onion. I'm really looking forward to it, but I haven't done that yet. But I will, Polska, and I will report on the channel how good they are.
You can't get pierogies
There's
in Colorado?
pierogies everywhere here in Detroit.
Oh no, you can get them. It's just like we have this store here called Sprouts. I don't know if you've ever heard of those.
No.
Sprouts. It's kind of like a greeny weeny sort of organic place, but they don't have a lot of the frozen stuff. They sort of have this organic, kind of junk, and so they really don't have that. So I need to go to Target or Walmart or King Supers is the other one we have here.
What the hell
They're
is
here.
a
I just
greeny
haven't gotten to
weenie?
those places.
Hashtag greeny weenie.
Yes.
Wow, that's
Greeny
funny.
Share this stream with hashtag greeny weenie just for fun. I think that'd be hilarious.
No, like literally, I probably drive by a bakery that makes pierogies here in Detroit. Like
Oh, we
two
got
or-
a big
2 or 3
Polish-
times a week.
Yeah, we got a big Polish population in Hamtramck, which is down near
Oh yeah,
Detroit.
yeah.
They've moved into
So-
Sterling Heights now.
Oh, they have. Okay.
Yeah, Hamtramck is now a bunch of Indians from
Oh, yeah.
India.
Lots
Oh,
of
really?
wow.
Wow.
Lots of Middle Eastern Chaldeans and stuff out in Sterling Heights too, and you can usually tell by the Virgin Mary statues on the lawn.
I'm cool with that.
I'm just saying, like, it's real easy to spot because they always have the Virgin Mary on the lawn. They're like, hey, Jesus? Who's that guy? No, Virgin Mary, Virgin Mary. Because we like virgins around here. I'm just saying. Now, if my woman come back and say, I got impregnated by a ray of light, oh, no, I just kill her. I will decimate her in front of family in the name of Allah.
Yeah. What's the next one?
I feed her to goat.
Ghosts don't eat flesh. Pigs do.
Pigs will eat anything.
Pigs will
Pigs
eat
will eat
anything.
anything, yeah. That's why Sam Jackson didn't want to eat him in Pulp
There was a
Fiction.
guy up north who killed like 3 hunters and fed them to pigs. He wound up going to
Get
prison.
outta here,
Yeah,
really?
No, it happened.
No
He
way.
went to prison like 7 years later when somebody squealed on him.
So to speak.
Pun definitely intended. That was beautiful.
Just saying.
That's
that really
common.
happened.
It really happened, but
It really
that's
happened.
comedy gold right there. The bacon is back. The GD Bacon. 223 Super Chat. Gentlemen, I have arrived. Let the sin begin.
Amen.
Hey, man.
I'm going to need some more of that. Yeah, well, Hamster's only drinking water over there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm drinking this Jameson cold brew now, which is so smooth and nice.
I like that stuff.
That shit is so good.
Ooh.
It's like a
Time is it?
whiskey.
I might be able to get some.
It's a whiskey that
it was
tastes like
Saturday
coffee.
night. I could probably go and still get some.
I'm telling
Maybe
you,
a little.
man, this Jameson cold brew, for a whiskey, this thing is smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've
and
heard of
it
it. Yeah.
It's got a
yeah.
coffee aftertaste. It is so goddamn good.
Love me some coffee.
Wow.
I've heard some. I don't know if you guys like Jaeger, but I've heard they put out a cold brew that's pretty good too.
Really?
No, I'll drink
Oh,
some
yeah.
Jaeger.
You know, I actually saw that in the store the other day. I was like, that sounds real interesting. And Kraken spiced rum also has a black coffee spiced rum.
Oh, they do. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. I tried the Kraken by itself, the spiced. I wasn't real impressed. It wasn't very good. I didn't.
Do you know what the other name for Jägermeister is?
What?
Hold your head out the car and vomit.
Jaeger bombs sounds like smells like college to me. Oh my god.
Smells like college.
Yeah.
Like
2 or
college.
3 times I had a lot of the Jaeger bombs and Jägermeister in the backseat of the car. I'm like, you better roll that window down. Otherwise, it's going to get
I haven't had a good
lively up
vomit in
here.
a long time. I mean, just raw
Oh, so
projectile vomit from drinking. It's like, nah, it's been 20, 30 years, but I remember the days.
But it's so relaxing.
It's so you are.
Oh, it
weird,
is,
man.
and your breath smells so good when you're done. It's like, oh yeah, kiss me, baby, let's go. It's,
Yeah, and it's even better when it's so violent that it comes out of your nose, and you're just so surprised, and all you can do is stare at your own projectile goo with your eyes glued open and tears streaming down your face, and you just see like these two warring streams. It's like the end of Ghostbusters.
You know what's even better? Is when chicks vomit like that and scream at the same time. That is a whole level of horror. I've only seen it a few times.
I think I saw that video on Ornpay
Yep.
Hub, and the porno chick that I went out with one time. I think she was in it.
Well, good
Really?
for you.
puking.
I don't know, maybe. Could be.
Things happen,
God.
man.
Things happen. She liked getting slapped around and told what to do, at least on camera when she was getting paid for it.
Oh, hey,
Good for her.
free market, I guess.
Free
the,
yeah.
what's the next one?
Capitalism winning. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Alpha Dog Elite 3 is super chatted $4.99. Hamster, how do you feel about Richard Gere exploiting your kind for his personal pleasure?
Well, I mean, everybody's got their thing. So I've never met Richard Gere, but I've heard it wasn't really a hamster; it was a gerbil. But that's
I
okay.
think we can all agree that you must be happy that he's never met you.
Did his film career
Oh
end
yes,
after that?
yes.
Yeah, he's still around.
Is he still making movies? Because I don't think he is.
I think
Richard
so.
Gere? Yeah, I think he is.
He
yeah.
just had like a kid in his 70s or some shit.
Oh yeah.
He's
He's
going like-
actually a really good actor. I really like his stuff. I mean, he's
Yeah,
kind
but,
of
you
one
know, you never
dimensional
know
in some
if
way,
he's
but
acting with
pretty good.
a hamster up his ass or not.
It doesn't matter. I mean, hey, Officer and a Gentleman. He probably had a hamster or two. Who knows? Yeah,
That was a good movie.
It would explain the smirk.
Really good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into like rom-coms, but that was a good one.
He's in some
Yeah, it
good
was.
ones. He is.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like,
Uh-uh.
I
Well,
mean,
he was in Chicago, right? He was
Yes.
doing the sing and dance routine.
Yeah,
with
and he
Renee
proved that he
Zellweger.
could
I thought
actually
that was a great movie.
sing
I
and
loved
dan-
it.
He could actually
I
sing
thought he
and
did a
dance,
really
so
good job. Yeah.
Not bad.
All right, good for him. What's the next one?
And then, of course, there's Pretty Woman, which is like 2/3 of a funny movie. Because when it's like gritty, and there's like hookers and dumpsters and stuff, you're like, okay, this movie's kind of grounded in reality. And then at the end of the movie,
Yeah.
when the billionaire mogul decides to throw away his life on a $3,000 hooker, you're like, okay, sure.
I
She's
think
different.
Julia Roberts, her next movie was just a massive stinker. Do you remember what it was? It
No, I
was
have no idea.
something like her ex-husband was abusing her and she ran away to Iowa or something.
Sleeping
and
with the
it was,
enemy.
Yeah, wasn't good.
I don't remember.
Sleep-
It was
Sleeping with
a
the
rom.
enemy.
It was a rom serious. It wasn't rom com.
rom
It
serious.
was pretty serious. So.
Yeah, it
And
was,
of course she meets up with the dude and they fall in love and she eventually he exits stage left. So
it's got a good
at her
ending.
hand. It's pretty
I'll say that. I do remember the ending of that movie.
Some dude gets shot, I believe.
Yeah, she's got
Yeah,
the gun on him
yeah.
and she calls the police and she's like, please come quickly. I've just killed an intruder. And he's still alive at that point. He's like, what?
yeah.
Good
Yeah, that was
ending.
pretty good. Yeah.
Good ending
At
to
least
a
the
man
ending.
movie.
Yeah.
We got a couple of new subscribers. That's good. They were probably old subscribers who got unsubscribed because in the last 28 days alone, YouTube has unsubscribed almost 500 people from our channel.
Yeah.
And we're hearing about it all the time on social media. Hey, I got unsubscribed from you guys. So if you're watching this, if you happen to be watching this, or, share it out to people, who are fans and they may or may not be watching, just let them know. Check your subscriptions because you may not be subscribed anymore.
That is happening.
Yeah, it's happening quite a bit.
Yeah, I think Styx was saying that too. He lost 500 in like a day.
Yep. Das Fovar has donated $5 via Streamlabs. I never call people the D word or the C word. It's 2020, and I much rather use the all-inclusive asshole. Find me a gender that doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That's
I
everybody has an
use
opinion.
all
too.
of the adjectives and swear words. I don't care.
As far as I'm concerned, they're all universal.
Well, everyone's got an a-hole, but I'm a dick by choice.
Well, you are what you eat.
Oh, no. I eat the slot C. That's a good burn, though.
That was a good burn, man. That was good.
That's a good burn, though.
I love one of my favorite exchanges, and because we have a sponsor, Not So Sane Entertainment. We've been sponsoring their stuff like Serial Rabbit, all those crazy movies.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
that's
those.
funny. Yeah, that's good stuff.
There's a exchange between this dude and chick in the front seat of a car, and she's like, "Why do you gotta call me a bitch? Do you call your male friends bitches?" He's like, "No, I call them dicks, pricks, douchebags, assholes,
Yep.
douchebags, dumbasses, shitheads, cocksuckers, and motherfuckers."
That's true.
That is
Yeah, it's all right.
brilliant.
Yeah.
That is what you call good writing.
I just call them fags. What's up, faggot?
Ooh.
And now we've been demonetized.
There you go.
Hey,
That,
although that-
in those movies, that dark-haired nympho girl.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm usually a redhead guy, but something
But
about her. She looks
in the
happy.
military, right behind the F word is the other F word.
Yeah.
We used to use those two words all the time. No big deal.
We may need to make this stream private, though, after you use that word twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're screwed.
I can't help
We're
it.
already on the naughty list.
Listen, I'm a military talker guy. That's just how it is. That's how we talk.
Damn it.
Yep.
It could be worse. So, yeah, but please make sure that you're following us on the alternate channels. Just
Yeah.
in case we're gone tomorrow.
Hey, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I mean,
Alt-tech.
you could say something like a gentleman who prefers an alternative.
Bundle of sticks.
It doesn't. It
I'm serious.
doesn't-
Oh, hey. I don't want to know what that smacking
way it
sound
is.
was. He's got the. He probably
you,
still
you
has
really don't know.
He's got that other tab still open, Hey, how you doing? What's going on over? Oh,
Hey, look,
oh,
my
shoot,
my
Zoom
TV
is
went
still
away.
open.
What
Damn.
happened here?
Oh crap! It's like I work for CNN,
can't even-
Space Ghost.
Oh my God, that's funny.
It's funny because it's true and it actually happened.
No, but like when like I'd walk up to people I haven't seen in years, and I'm like, "What's up, you bundle of sticks?" Of course, I use the other word,
Of course. Yeah.
and I'll do the same thing. Hey, my bundle of sticks, and we hug it out, and then we go get drunk.
That's right.
It could be like 10 years later.
Sounds good.
Like, hey, what's up, man?
What's going on?
And of course, we rip on each other. Hey, you gotten fat? Yeah, your face has gotten longer, and you got jowls.
You look like a British bulldog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's play.
I mean,
PC
isn't that really the fun? Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
you go right ahead. Okay. I was just
Yes.
going to move on to the next super.
Oh, I
chat,
was just
so
going
you
to
go
say
ahead.
it's a big one. It's coming.
That's what she said.
It's so funny how guys can do that. You know, you get in and you give each other a hard time. You got a small weenus and all kinds of, and you're best buddies. You know,
Yeah.
women don't do that. They don't do that.
Well, just imagine like you go to war with a
I
dude.
mean, they.
And then, you trust him with your life. You save his ass from like almost certain death a couple times or, other precarious situations. They see each other for 10 years. It's like no time has passed.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is.
Yeah.
You could haul off and beat the ever-loving shit out of each other in the parking lot behind the bar next to the Dumbcumster where your other buddy is, getting his jackhammer on.
Yeah.
2 minutes later, you're in the bar sharing, having a couple beers.
Yep.
Or
'Cause
it's
it's over.
Like literally you're fighting and you're like, are you done? Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Now let's go drink.
Yeah, there's no room for grudges when your noses are both bleeding.
Pretty much.
Just saying.
Pretty much.
Because that's one of the defining differences, I think, between the two genders, because there's only two, is that dudes, you have a fight, you're done with the fight, it's over. There's no grudges. There's no BS. You're not talking smack about the dude behind his back for another 5 years after that, or bringing stuff up 10 years after you could have actually made a difference by talking about it. It's over.
But male feminists, they actually handle themselves like frenemies.
That's why they're male feminists.
That's right. That's right.
It's different. I don't know, like the guys who are, gay. But are they like that, or I don't know.
I don't really know
haven't
too
met
many,
too many gay guys
like,
that I knew of.
openly gay dudes.
But I imagine do they have a similar rapport, or is it more like a male-female deal? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
I
maybe
don't
in the
know.
comments you could tell us.
No, I don't know that many like gay dudes that are openly gay. I mean, I might know some that I don't know they're gay.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
I don't know.
I do know that the incidents of domestic violence are far more prevalent in the alphabet mafia.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
especially among the girls, right? The
Those slap
Yes.
fighters. Those slap fighters, man. They go crazy.
Yeah, I just wish them all luck in divorce court because really, that's about the only time you're going to get equal treatment in that one.
Yeah.
They're just going to ask you, okay, so which one of you is the man in this relationship? Because that's who we're going to bend over. You won't cop to it. Ah, damn it. All right, I guess we're actually going to have to pay attention here.
Yeah.
Where's my
Yeah.
gavel? I need to scratch my back.
I've done that before.
With the abortion hook.
No. With the abortion hook or the battle axe.
Battle axe. Let's Play PC donated $2 via Streamlabs. Question: how do you thoroughly confuse a feminist? Answer: tell her that she's not stunning and brave enough to make you a sandwich.
I love it.
yes,
I love
Yes.
it. That's good. That's good
very
stuff.
good, yeah.
you
Make
can't
sure-
even spell sandwich.
Make sure you double the meat and I'll add the condiments.
Oh,
Ranch dressing.
Ranch
Big
dressing.
salad
ranch
on the
dressing.
side. There we go.
All the ranch dressing you need to go around.
A little bit of Richard's salad on the side.
Nice.
And she's bringing the vegetable soup.
Oh God,
Oh, that is funny.
with extra
Call
tuna
back.
flavor.
Yeah.
That is funny.
God, we're sick. We're sick.
Yeah, we're sick. We're disgusting. But you know what? That's why 982 people are watching. 986 people are watching. Good times.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
The GD Bacon super chat at 243. Buying used condoms for the winning? No.
God.
I can't imagine. I'm just asking. From the point of view of a dude, I mean, like, I have some some things that I like to collect. You know, I don't know if you guys can even see my movie collection behind me. There's like 500 movies back there. Okay. So I understand the drive for some people to buy things that may not have a practical use, but they're there for entertainment. What the hell do you get out of buying somebody's used bazooka juice collector?
I have no idea. Listen, I have a lot of equipment that I'm probably going to sell off, like knives and stuff. I just couldn't imagine, like, that's just nasty.
I wonder if that fat dude on YouTube is going to vape that too.
Why do you have to say such
dude,
things?
Come on now.
Stop
He'll
it,
dry
man.
it out, grind
oh,
it
my
up.
God.
You know you were all thinking it.
Oh.
You just didn't want to say it because then the image in your head would be real.
Oh, my God.
But, you know, I'm that guy who has to take it up to 11.
Ah.
I'm not sorry.
I have like a lump of vomit in the back of my throat over that. That is just horrid.
Have a shot.
That's what I'm here for, though. I'm here to sneak around all the defenses that have been built up through years of
I don't have
military
any
training.
defenses left. They're all like been blown out of my head in the IED.
Break out your drinking straw.
Oh, God. Stop it.
Oh man, jeez. Oh my God, can you imagine? Oh, I don't even want. Oh,
I bet the
God.
person who bought that thing is probably going to break out their drinking straw.
I think it could get a lot worse.
It could get
we
much
go down
worse.
a
We
really
need
bad
to
road here.
shame that person into the Stone Age.
I really do think that like the vaping is as bad as it can possibly get. I mean, yeah,
And this is somebody you take advice from.
yeah.
Here,
No, I didn't
I'm
take
not even gonna
advice
go
from
there.
him. I just
I'm
thought
not going
that
to go
he-
there. I'm
No,
just
look.
saying you could take it and you could reverse it, and so that you would be in contact with. It's too disgusting. I
Stop
can't
it.
even
It
do
really is. No, I don't take
I think you
advice
get my
from this
point.
person.
Yes.
I'm saying they had good quality analysis of entertainment that I was researching at the time. That's all. I don't take advice from this person, and especially when I found out he was stupid enough to buy somebody's bathwater and vape it. That is not somebody whose opinion I'm really all that interested in.
Well, I'm glad that's
Not anymore.
That is the case.
I don't care how good his analysis is of Star Wars. If he's gonna get Star warts in his lungs after huffing that shit.
Oh God.
Oh, this is horrid.
I would say he's not gonna smoke that. He's gonna. You don't even want to know. You don't want to know.
I wouldn't even think that you could vape bath water. So I think if you can conceive of that,
Well, he
and then
probably
s-
mixed it with like some marijuana juice or something, and had fun.
I mean,
With-
like when I have a cold or something, I have a vaporizer for colloidal silver. That's about
yeah,
as close as I get to that shit.
yeah,
God, that's just wicked, man.
he's just gonna boil the condom in some water and make some tea.
He might clean
God!
out the inside of it and then flip it. Is what I'm saying.
Ugh.
Jesus.
I know, it's sick, but he would be in contact with. Well,
Alpha Dog Elite 3 wants to know who vaped the bath water. He's a YouTuber who goes by the name Vito. That's all I know. I don't know anything about him other than that. He's got really quality analysis when it comes to entertainment and things, but as soon as I found out that he was vaping some stupid like Instagram thoughts of bath water, I was like, okay, respect went from here to like way the hell down here, and I was done.
Good. That is crazy. That's crazy town, man.
That is
That's like
terrible.
I can't even imagine that.
I mean, there's a chimping, since we can't use that word on Twitch. There's chimping, and then there's this. This is a whole other level. Just like I take it up to 11 when I go gross with my little theories about what people will do with disgusting bodily fluids. This is a whole other level of chimping.
What is the acronym for chimping? What is it?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I can't say the word
Oh, you
that rhymes with chimping
you could
on
spell-
Twitch anymore
you could
because
spell
of
it
their
out.
deerkin. I could spell
you
it
could
out.
Spell out the acronym.
SIMP.
Yeah.
ING.
Well, I mean,
Can we
was
still
it
spell
sympathy
it?
for what
Wow.
mediocre?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sucker idolizing mediocre poontang.
There you go.
There you go.
That's it. I was
Oh,
trying to
like
remember what that
yeah,
was.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
Ah.
that's true.
Break out your drinking straw. Ugh. Oh, yeah. That brings us to the next one here. Forced out one with a super chat of $10. I'm eating here. Yeah,
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
Pop needs to drink more of that cold brew just to make sure he doesn't puke all over the bar.
Oh my God.
Nate I has super chatted $9.99. Blake Bella will be the next generation's Amy Wharton. I wouldn't be surprised.
Uh-oh.
You know what? I want to be the guy.
I don't even want this generation's Amy Wharton, let alone the next.
I want to be laughing at old Amy Horton for like the next 2 decades at the train wreck that is her life.
Ugh.
Because she's not pulling out of the spiral.
No. I mean,
It's not happening.
just the fact that we are able to make as many videos as we have with articles that go back years and YouTube content that until recently, before she took the channel down, which is why I'm grateful that I saved everything, all that stuff goes back years. I mean, you literally see the evolution of the spinster bubble right before it, and then it was all over.
Yeah.
And now there's nothing left but complaining, boxed wine, and cats.
I just want to like hear her talk about that moment when the last shred of hope finally just breaks and she realizes there is no Prince Charming coming into her life ever.
Well, she's almost there, because remember that last one that we talked about? We did the live stream. She is talking. She's now actively advocating for dropping your standards. So
Really?
she's almost there.
Wow. I mean, when she was younger, she was actually pretty. She was all right.
She was about an 8.
She looked a lot like Olivia Wilde, and that's I don't think I'm alone in this. There's a lot of dudes out there who would bend that over the dumpster.
Yeah.
And I really think though that some of her articles are just there's some trolling going on there. I think it's trolling.
Doom Donut says, Blake, if you were a chimp, who would you chimp for? I would chimp for the stripper chick in the end credits of the 50 Shades of Grey video that we just posted, but you can only see that in the uncensored cut.
Nah, that is nice.
But if you want to know who that is, you can just Google Tessa Fowler.
All right.
I would chimp for that if I was a chimp.
I think so. Is she a redhead?
Yes.
Oh God, I'm going.
I wouldn't chimp for.
I think she's natural brunette, but she looks good as a redhead.
I'm gonna be honest. I could never chimp again.
No,
I think I'm done.
I couldn't either.
I think I'm done. Once, like, you can love women or you can understand women, but you can't do both.
I think all of us at one point in our lives are guilty of chimping. Usually when we're, especially when we're young and we don't know how the deal is.
Yeah. When I was young and I did not understand woman's nature, yeah, I did do that. I'll admit it right now. I was also dick thinking.
Yep.
I just can't. I don't know. I just feel sorry for like dudes that are, north of 40 that are still doing that, because they are trapped in a negative feedback loop that will lead to their self-destruction.
Yeah, I mean, you're out chasing some really mediocre stuff at that point. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And still simping to it,
But
and still thinking it's valuable. It's like,
Well,
oh my
all right.
God, guys.
Like me at my age.
That's like mortgaging your house for a used car.
Yeah, that's something a chick would do. I'm just saying. I totally would.
Just right between the eyes on that one. I dig it. I like it.
I'm totally serious. I used to do mortgages. I talked to a lot of these ladies, and they tell me exactly what they're gonna do with the money that they get from like refining their house for cash, and a lot of it was stupid reasons like that. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's nuts, man.
It is nice.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right. Roaming Eagle has donated $10 via Streamlabs. Keep up the good work. After the beer comment, I'm going back to hard liquor.
All right.
Winning.
I went to hard liquor a long time ago. I only drink
more of that.
I drink like 2 beers a week. That's about it now.
That's pretty much just when we film.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm hard liquor, Bray. I'm a hard liquor guy.
Breh.
I may or may not mix it with Ambien. I'm just saying.
Archimedes super chatted $5 Canadian. Pop, been really wanting to hear your thoughts on everything in regards to the developments in the election. Love your BitChute vids on at BTW. Well, Unfortunately, because of the new YouTube TOS, we can't really give
talk.
our thoughts on it without getting.
We can use code speak.
We can use code speak.
For instance, in
Yep.
my professional opinion, in the near future, we will enter the phase of the two-way rifle range.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Yes, I think that is going to happen. And there may or may not be some emergency camping needed. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if and when there is emergency camping, I will probably be there filming. Just saying.
With the infrared cameras staring at everyone else's tents.
Exactly.
A little bit of Orn Pay action going on there.
It may or may not entail a thermal optic with
I'm filming cream pie videos in Predator Vision.
winning. No, that'll be bad, man. That'll be bad.
Oh, man. And then the end of it, they're just saying, oh, that was amazing. Anytime. Because I've seen that movie way too many times.
All right.
I'm terrible. I'm a nerd. What can I say?
It's all right. What's the next one?
Anytime. Good movie, though. Let me see here. What do we got here? Alpha Dog Elite 3 is super chatted $4.99. Trump 2020.
Do we have another 5561?
Election's over, bruh. Unfortunate. Well, actually, technically speaking, it's not over.
It will be in a week or so.
It will be in a week or so.
No, it actually could go on until the 20th or longer. It depends upon if he decides to get all medieval and, do the right thing.
Which is one of the things that they tried to hide in the pork
Yes, I know.
of the stimulus bill. They tried to retract the president's ability to declare a use of the Erection Act.
Yeah, that's right.
Really? You're just going to try to slip that one in like
Yep.
a virgin on prom
You know
night?
Only the tip.
Just the tip, just for a second, just to see how it feels.
Yeah, and
It
we're going
never
to pay
stops.
everyone $600 to rail him in the backside.
You know, I actually did the math on that. Out of that entire, stimulus, it was what, 900 billion?
900 billion, yeah.
If you were to include every man, woman, and child in this country, which is not included in that, okay, that accounted for 22% of that stimulus. That's it.
Right, it was like 240 million, and where's the
Well,
rest of it going?
I'm going to be honest. The mere fact that they're doing that shows you that our government has been bought and paid for.
Oh, they're done.
They're done.
And only 6 senators voted against it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
There's going to be a run on the market in the people making rope real soon.
Oh, jeez.
People are going to get their necks stretched.
Pitchforks and torches, right?
Traction.
Traction. Oh, it feels so good.
Yeah,
It's it's extreme chiropractic.
Yes. I like that. I like that. That's it right there.
You remember those old videos of the dude who just do things like extreme toothbrushing, extreme sandwich making? And he would just be making it with this like insane alternative rock music playing in the background, and he's like whipping out the freaking peanut butter and the jelly, and he's the whole time he's just like, oh!
Oh wow, that's funny.
If you
man.
guys haven't seen those, there's even one called Extreme Exorcism, which is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like the Bible shoots up out of the floor and the guy grabs it, and as soon as he opens it, light shoots up into his face and it says Bible on the screen like a freaking closed caption. It's like, ah! The demons in the bed. Ah! Freaking Primus music playing in the background.
That's awesome.
That is pretty damn entertaining. Look it up, guys. Extreme Exorcism after the show. Really funny stuff. I think it was like an old student film, but it went viral for a little bit. It was really funny. GD Bacon back with 556, which is a wonderful caliber. I'm in my mid-30s, burned 80 pounds of fat and built 20 pounds of muscle in less than 2 years. Writing about this now, but the decline is not inevitable.
I hope you're right. But I'm not betting on that. I'm sorry.
For a lot of people, that they have a much harder time.
I hear you. Listen, I'm a tactical thinker. I think in very logical terms.
Yeah, but it is important to be positive when you're talking about a positive lifestyle change. So just
Yeah.
because it's not likely that you can have the same results, but even still, that I think is a very doable result because that took
In 2 years.
In 2 years, yeah.
But most like me, like I'm talking about myself. I have a hard time losing weight, and I don't know why.
Well, it could have something to do with the fact that you drink your weight in calories just to go to sleep at night. And, and every time you come over here, you're pounding booze like it owes you money.
Well, besides that,
I hate to be Captain Obvious here, but there's a reason I was promoted from Mister.
all right, yeah.
I'm just saying.
But I eat like one meal a day. I work out. I don't get it.
Well, the thing is, too, when you only eat like one meal a day and then you drink the rest of your like weight in calories, your metabolism actually slows down because you're only eating one meal a day. If you were to eat smaller meals sequentially over the course of like maybe 2 or 3 hours or something, you might see different results. Just saying, like a lot of triathletes and things like that, that's what they do.
Man.
Meh.
All right, yeah, you might be right.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't know. I think I've heard differing opinions about that.
Well, yeah, but
I understand the point. Yeah.
everyone's body's different, but if you're
Yeah,
doing the same
yeah.
thing for years and it's not working for you, stands to reason you might be doing it wrong.
Yeah, probably.
Try something different.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
He's like, I concede the point, but I don't like it. Because I'm different and I love you.
That's the exact tone I'm using.
I'm an a-hole. J.E. Super Chatted $5. Vegetarian foods are carbohydrates. That's sugar suspended in water. Vegetarian foods are the worst thing that you can eat. It all metabolizes as sugar.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, one of the reasons why we eat animals, that leads us to the next super chat of $5. People eating tasty animals. That's really the PETA abbreviation. Is because our bodies are actually not designed to process a lot of the vegetables that we eat, at least not completely. You know what can process a lot of those things? Animals with different chambered stomachs, like cows. That's how we actually can process those nutrients because they've been processed by an animal
Because
that can process them.
we don't have all day to eat half our weight in grass.
Yeah.
It's
That's true.
a lot more economical to sneak up on said animal, bash its brains out, and then eat it.
Not to mention the fact that we'd look pretty silly. Not to mention opening ourselves up for a lot of grapefruiting in that particular position, eating
Correct.
grass in our front yard for hours a day. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that that's potentially a problematic view, although from what I can remember living in Southfield for a brief period of time, not everyone should wear yoga pants. I'm never going to get that image out of my mind. Thank you to my fat neighbor. And it was a sunny day, too, and those things were almost translucent because I think they were a size too small.
Oh, my God.
It looked like a balloon full of cottage cheese.
Yeah, there's something to be said when the yoga pants are so tight you can see the acne bumps.
Oh!
I got you this time.
That was terrible, man.
What are you going to do?
I think James left us to go puke in the bathroom.
Screaming puke?
Are you still over there, James? Are you puking?
I think he's muted.
He's puking.
He's puking. What's the next super chat?
Next super chat. Traveler4444 with the $5 PETA eating tasty animals super chat, which I enjoyed immensely. Immense TV super chat at $1.49, but I'm not seeing a comment with that one. Hi, Lord Inquisitor has super chatted $2. I almost crashed my N925A2 laughing.
All right. Have you guys actually watched the me reading 50 Shades of Grey? Because
Pretty good.
I'm going to tell you right now, that was incredibly painful for me to read. And I did it because I told you I would do it. And this bastard over there needled me relentlessly until
It was your idea.
I know it was.
It was your idea. I just made you
And
do
I
it.
actually had to have a woman friend of mine buy the book. I wouldn't do it.
It was like you were 15 again, trying to buy condoms at
It
the
was.
drugstore.
I bring her. She's in my truck, and we're going into Borders. And I'm like, I need a favor for you. She's like, yeah, what do you need?
What are you gonna do?
I need you to buy me 50 Shades of Grey, and I'll reimburse you outside the store, but nobody can see me buy this book. She just starts laughing.
That would be bad.
It had to be done. It had to be done. I said I was going to do it, and I did it.
There are worse things people could judge you for. Hog
Yeah.
Slayer.
That's not even that bad.
Did you actually read the whole thing, Pop, or just parts of it, or what? I'm gonna go listen to the video.
Well, I read like 2 chapters.
Well, it was
and
just the first scene. The first time that,
Yes.
that Anastasia
But we
Steele
ha-
loses her precious V card.
But you went to that website and you recommended 3 chapters I should look at.
Well, it was a website called like a Bad Books Good Reads or
Yes.
something, and they had like the top 5 schmex scenes from 50 Shades of Grey, the series, and 2 of them were from the first book, and we went with the first one.
Yeah, but I had a hard time because there's like 8 pages of warm up for 2 pages of bang. I had a hard time with that.
Well, especially when she's giving you the V card. I mean, you gotta butter her up a little bit.
Well, and they're talking about and she goes on to just describe her panties and his pants and his shirt and what the room looks like.
shirt on. Oh my
And then they were drinking wine, and of course he's having a power conversation on the phone. Listen, a dude only needs 1 page of warm up and then 1 page of bang,
Yeah.
or even 1 page of warm up and 10 pages of bang. That's all we need.
That's why the fast forward button on OranPay Hub was created.
Yes.
Amen for that.
Not that I would know about that or anything.
Nope.
Dan super chatted $50. Holy cow. Thank you very much, sir. A little something for your camping gear when you're exiled from YouTube.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's probably going to come in handy.
We'll see.
I'll do the next chat as Christopher Walken. Drape Tolman super chatted $5. Keep educating. Salute and happy days.
That's what I'm doing, bro. That's what I'm doing.
These happy days are yours and mine. At least that's what the song says. Nate I super chatted $10. Blake, I need a delivery before your next cruise. F off, bro.
They're still needling you, bro. Yeah, good stuff, man. That is good shit.
It was not my fault. It was the website. Damn it. I don't know if you
Listen.
I think you watched that video, that stream, James, but there was a freaking website where we were looking up just a source for an article, and at the top of it was an advertisement. It was like a 1/4-page advertisement for a gay cruise. I'm never going to live that shit down as long as I live.
Listen, James. You and I both know that dudes will needle you to death over shit like that and never ends.
Oh yeah.
That's why I just ignore the freaking comments about it. Like, I see them pop up every once in a while. Like, oh, you liking your gay cruise there, producer man? Like, whatever.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't have clicked on it, and you would have been fine.
That's good stuff.
I was literally I'm looking down the page, and then I see in the comments that people are talking about the gay cruise, and I'm like, what? And then I go and I look, I'm like, son of a bitch.
That's funny.
Damn it.
That was funny. You're gonna never live that one down,
That's
bro.
pretty good.
You know
Just
what?
saying, man.
It's a good burn, and it's really funny.
It is.
So I'm just going to take it in stride. It is what it is. What do we got here? Pulse Kebab donated another $10 via Streamlabs. Really, Blake? Ship a dick link and immediate +1 homo suspicion point. Well, at least it's not a gay cruise. At least you're sending the dick to other people. And they're big and cardboard and full of mailmen instead of semen. So it is what it is. MGTOW, Elder Monk, and Pathfinder super chatted $5. I wonder if we're going to get demonetized just for saying MGTOW. Even though it sounds like a Japanese master.
You know what? It really disturbs me that they're so upset at the MGTOW community because all they do is they're saying, we don't want to participate.
It's literally almost the exact same argument that feminists give. You know, we're strong and independent. We don't need another person to complete us. So we're going to focus on our career, on ourselves, amass resources, live our lives for us. And for some reason, it's stunning and brave when you have the golden V.
Yep.
But it's pathetic and you're an incel, and obviously you have a small witness and you can't get laid if you're a dude.
Yeah, but the MGTOW community, they're like we're walking off the plantation and we're not supporting the system at all.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're afraid of.
And I think that is the dividing line, is that you're talking about people who don't want to support the system, and then you have the flip side who are so stunning and brave and independent who don't need anybody to take care of them, that expect the system to actually take care of them when they hit their middle age and they haven't invested their money and they're living in poverty and the only thing they can afford is the boxed wine and the kitty litter.
Yeah.
Well, they need a bigger system because that's in their nature.
Yeah, and if enough men
that's it.
walk away, it's over.
Over.
And men could survive without the system. They'll handle their business.
And the system cannot survive without men.
Correct.
Right.
Booyah.
And so that's why I think they're really trying with the other thing we were talking about and the MG and the RP and the Crimson Capsule and all that stuff. They're actually starting to get afraid, because if men check out, they know tax base goes down. If men go minimal, you're going to starve the beast.
Well,
And
it's going to turn into a
they must
bloodbath,
demonize.
and there'll be nobody there to protect the wee man.
Well, what is the saying, right? First they laugh at you,
Then
then
they
they
hate
fight you,
Yeah.
then you win.
They're fighting us now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wonder what's next.
Well, they fight
think
you
I've
and
read this
hate.
book.
I think they fight you and hate you is part of the same, but
Yeah, it's
that
all
could
good.
be that could be just me.
Just saying. MGTOW Elder Monk says, honored to be in the presence of two red pill heavy hitters. And yes, please go subscribe to James's channel. It is criminally undersubbed. We've been telling people to subscribe to him for a while. Definitely go check
Thanks.
him out.
He's got a good channel. He does.
Yeah, throw a
Thanks,
link to
man.
your channel in there in the chat, James.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me find it.
Let me find it. I don't know the
I should
link to
already
my
know-
own channel.
I should
son
know
of
what
a
it
bitch.
is, but okay, I'll do that. I don't think I can though, because I'm not a mod, right? Or can I?
No, you can throw a link to your channel in
Yeah,
there.
we have one of our
Not a problem.
female fans, Miss McCarley, who just gave us $50.
Carla, we got more coming up here.
Yeah, she's one of the male rights activists. I've run into her before. She's a good lady.
Cool.
Good head on her
Cool.
shoulder.
Let's see here. Seashoe super chatted $5 Australian. William L. I can't read that from here. The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. Good read. Been a long time subscriber. You've taught me a lot over the years, Pop and Blake.
My pleasure.
Our pleasure.
But before I taught you, I had to teach him.
Yes. Yeah.
It was painful in the beginning.
I was like purple pilled when you and I met, because I was on the cusp, and then you just started showing me like, well, look this up, look that up. These are the facts. This is the truth. Check it out for yourself.
Yep.
Feel free. Research what I'm telling you before you put the video up. And then once you know, you can't unknow.
Yeah, you can't. Well, you can,
Well, I mean,
but only when you're like
you-
70 some odd years old and you forget how to wipe
you
your
don't
ass.
care. Yeah, you get old enough. But I mean, it's just the constant lies
Yeah.
from media, from Hollywood, from government. It's just bullshit. So, sorry, is that demonetized?
No,
It's
fine.
crap. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of you telling me I am not pissing down your leg, and I can go and prove that you are.
Yep.
And nobody cares. It's like, oh, well, we're just going to keep telling them this crap. No, no. I mean, we have the internet. I have this theory, and I'll do it real quick because I know we have super chats here. But I have this theory that the F-bots that are still in charge are the ones that existed prior to the internet, right?
Uh-huh.
You had to go to the library at the college with your microfiche, and you had to check out books and crap. Anybody could look up anything right now on the internet like that. So I think the ones still in charge, the old hags in college in the gender studies programs, they're not living in this reality. That's just my little theory, but go on.
Hags. I like it. We need to come up with an acronym for hags.
If it's as good as O Beef, we'll put it on the shirt.
Oh, beef is
O
great.
Beef. We gotta make like an O Beef and cheddar shirt or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or like
you
an
go.
Arby's, like an Arby's drive-through on a shirt with an O Beef in the window.
Like hag could be a heavy ass girl.
Heavy ass girl. I don't know. It doesn't quite hit home
No,
quite
no,
enough,
it's
but we're on the right track.
Yeah.
We'll keep plowing at it, just like prom night. Let's Play PC donated another $2 via Streamlabs, and this is a good one here. I'll read this one as Stewie. Question: where can a blind man find the Braille version of Amy Horton's latest Bold.com article? Printed on her crotch.
I like it.
Yeah, she's got some cauliflower down there.
A little wart action going on, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the kind that you dip in spinach dip and.
Yeah, she's moving
Nope.
forward at wart speed.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I had to say that.
It's true.
That's not fair of me.
Star Warts. Regular show fans super chatted $4.99. Do you still think Trump has something up his sleeve? Kind of losing hope.
Yeah, I'm losing hope too, and I certainly hope he does.
I hope he does too. I mean, look, they're overselling it like crazy. Just today on the Epic Times, Giuliani's like, oh, we're gonna have something really big after Christmas.
I'm waiting.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for the whole, the Kraken.
Yeah, me too.
Still waiting. The only Kraken that I see is on the second shelf behind you. So.
Yep. Actually, let me get some of that.
There you go.
I think the somewhat of the Kraken, and I know we can't talk about certain things, but there was this young lady that presented something down in a southern state that looked pretty interesting. And of course, immediately, well, no, that's not what you're seeing with your own two eyes. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's-
come on.
There's totally no evidence whatsoever,
Careful.
except for all this evidence that we hope that you're not looking at.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
not really real. You're not really seeing what you think you are seeing. Trust us. We're the media. This is CNN.
This
like,
is
oh, God.
CNN. And we had a suggestion in the comments for Hag. Hairy and gross.
I like it.
It's basic.
That could work. Yeah.
It tells the story. I can get behind this.
Write that down.
Just like
or
a
type
cheap
it up
8 Mile.
somewhere. We'll forget it.
Yeah.
I don't have a pen and paper.
It's all good.
Hairy
Hairy and gross. I'll write it down.
All right.
What else we got here? AJP Super Chat at $10. Guys who have lost their jobs, their wives, and their kids will start it off now. Chug. We're gonna play a game of Waterfall. Is that what's going on? Because I'm always down for that.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, we're not in the right holiday season for it, but if you ever want to play a really good game of Waterfall, it's where you keep drinking until something happens, right? Watch Halloween 6. At Halloween, I know it's like one of the worst in the entire series, but just watch it, and then you have to keep drinking for as long as it takes Paul Rudd to blink. Alcohol poisoning.
Huh?
Good luck with that. That's what I just tell everybody. Good luck with that. You want to go into that game?
That's a rough day.
Hag equals herpes are guaranteed. That's another good one. I like that.
Oh!
Break out your drinking straw. Chad is super chat at $2. Commence order 1776.
I would love to do that.
I like that. Forvar Burma, super chatted $10 Canadian. I know who is John Galt. He was part of an enslaved tribe. He discovered a spell that made him immaterial, and he walked away. He came back and used his spell to free his tribesmen one by one.
Amen.
Amen to that.
I like that.
MGTOW Elder Monk back again with a $2 super chat. It may be time to play Antifa and Patriots.
Yes, I would love to do that. In fact, I'm hoping that happens because I am ready.
Here's the panty-fascists.
They don't seem to understand how dangerous men like me are. I mean, we've seen war. We know how to train guys. We know how to use weapons and tactics.
Yes.
Run supply, run radios. And when that all comes together, it creates just a mosaic of doom. I said doom.
Okay, Doomer. Speaking of which, before the stream is over, I do want to show you guys. I have come up with 2 potential designs for the OK Doomer shirt. I'm going to put up a poll on the website, have you guys vote for the design that you like. Sandman thinks that it needs something a little more, but, I mean, that's just too much work, man. So we'll see if you guys like it. If you think it needs a little something more, that'll be one of the 3 options for the poll.
You could
And
put
we'll
a
get it
belt
done.
of bullets as a smile below it.
Smile.
Yeah.
I always come to work with a smile.
Yeah, a belt of bullets.
Oh, and there was a request in the comments that as Stewie, I need to say, blah, blah, snack bar. Or should it be Aloha snack bar?
I like
It's as
a
useless as my Palestinian alarm clock. No, actually, that's a Peter line. Hey, this thing is worthless, like my Palestinian alarm clock. Tracy Wilborn donated $5 via Streamlabs. No, the 590M is black and magazine fed. She's different. She loves me. You know what else is black and magazine fed? Your ex-wife.
Yeah. So
Allegedly.
it's not stainless steel. It's magazine fed, huh?
Magazine
Yeah.
fed.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's probably why because the 590 normally is an 8 plus or 9 plus 1 or 8 plus 1 in the tube. So I guess I'm wrong. It's magazine fed.
In the tube.
It's kind of scary now that they have pump shotguns that now are magazine fed.
It's a good time.
Yeah, I think they kind of shape it like the those Black Eagle rifles.
I don't know.
Kind of looks like that. Yeah.
I don't, can I even
Yeah.
refer to firearms by their color? Do I have to call them people of color and magazine?
No.
fed? Okay,
no.
just
I
making
don't
sure.
know. I
That's
don't know.
okay.
I always got to be sure.
I
Like
was
earlier.
under the impression M stood for the Marine because the 590 comes in a Marine model, which is stainless steel.
Well, I just didn't want to offend anybody when we were talking about the Black Pope. Should I call him the stunning and brave person of color Pope, or like
I don't care.
I don't know?
That'll work.
It could go either way,
Yeah.
like your ex-wife. Allegedly.
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 And apparently from the stories, allegedly she has many times.
She got hosed out
I'm
by
just
the
saying.
fire department.
She got hosed down
Allegedly.
like a 4-alarm fire.
Yeah,
from
you
the
got to
fire.
put out that crotch fire with all the hoses in the department.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay. It got dark in here. Inquisitor Jack super chatted $5. Pop, if I were in D.C. on the 6th, what equipment should we have and what should be the exit plan? I'm not sure if the Metro can be relied on for bounce.
No. You're going to have to be able to look at a map and put together a foot exfil, show up with a minimum of a Kevlar vest, and probably one of those respirators that you could get at Home Depot. So one with the filters on it to take care of any pepper spray.
Fun times.
And maybe some goggles. And I myself am probably going to have that equipment plus the anti-slash long underwear. Yeah.
Good stuff.
That shit works, man.
Yes, it does.
They put it on a dummy and they hit it with a samurai sword and it didn't cut through it.
Ah, nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's the equivalent of like mithril from The Hobbit. Mithril armor. It like weighs almost nothing.
You want to get run through like the only fencing dummy at the Olympics, bitch. Doom Donuts wants to know where the OK Doomer poll will be, if it'll be on the Redonkulous website. Actually, I think I'm just going to put it out on different social media and then tally everything up. So there'll be one on Patreon, Subscribestar. I'll put one on the YouTube channel because that seems to be where the bulk of our audience is. And we'll call it good.
As shameful as that is, we've been telling everyone to go to the other
Yeah.
platforms for years now.
Yes. There's only so many different ways you can write that off. G-Man has super chatted $100. Thank you so much, sir.
Boom!
I don't think I'll be able to attend in DC, Pop, and that kills me. But here's some road money if you'll go on our behalf.
All right, thank you. The only thing that's keeping me from going is personal responsibility things at home. But I'm trying to clear my schedule to go.
Clear your schedule.
Oh, yeah.
This can't be like, election night when you talked about it, and then you're like, I don't want to.
I was too stressed out. Because I knew that was going to happen.
You knew it was going to be a bad news bears situation. I know. One Man's Way super chatted $10. Pop, let's hear the wiener and the yogurt story. Oh my!
Why do people want to keep rehearing these stories?
Because they're funny.
All right. So I was in 9th ID, right? I'm a private first class. And I had a problem with this other guy named Jimmy Ray. He was an asshole, Mexican kid. We had been not getting along since I showed up. He was a pompous, asshole. So we're all eating breakfast, and I don't know what was going on with Jimmy, but he's like, I got to use the bathroom. Because there's a bathroom in the chow. So he gets up and leaves. All right, now, everyone and their mother is in the chow hall. It is packed. Okay, now this is an infantry division chow hall, so it's just, for the most part, it's dudes in there. And over to my rear left is one of the battalion commanders. He's sitting down with a major and 2 captains. I didn't know this at the time. So as soon as Jimmy Ray goes into the shitter, I jump up, grab his yogurt, pull out my dick right in the middle of the chow hall, and just dip it down in there until all the pubes scratch the top. Pull it out, put the lid back, put it on his tray. Now, to my rear left, I hear like one of the majors like, "Oh my God!" The battalion commander says, "No. Let this play out." So literally, Jimmy Ray comes out of the bathroom, sits down, puts a spoon in the yogurt, starts eating it, and I start laughing. I put my dick in your yogurt! And like everyone in the chow hall just starts laughing.
I did tell you before not to deep throat your microphone like a
I'm
greedy
sorry.
slewer when you're yelling.
I've been drinking.
You look like your ex-wife.
Everyone just starts just howling, and like he's like, and I like get up and run out, and I get called up to see my company commander, and he's like, Private. I have my squad leader, my platoon sergeant with me. He's like, Private Pop, it is really unbefitting a U.S. soldier to bear his man meat and put it into another man's food in the chow hall. You were seen doing this by the battalion commander. Now, it was his recommendation that I really don't do anything because this was all in good fun. You will not do this again. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sir.
Thank you. Yep.
The best part is, like, the battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel's like, no. Let this play out. Comedy gold,
I
man.
want to see where this is gonna go.
And I've seen that many times. Like two dudes literally having a fist fight, and there's like 100 guys watching. Like two company commanders, a battalion commander walks up. The company commanders was like, "No, sir, we're letting this go because this has been coming for a long time. Just let him finish it."
Although I do find it hilarious that I get shit for a gay cruise, and you literally tossed a dude a pint of throat yogurt.
I dipped it in there. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, dipping it is always how it starts. I'm just saying.
You always
He could have
gotta
added some
ruin
special
it, man.
sauce too. No,
Special sauce. Break out your drinking straw,
Oh my
battalion
God!
commander.
Stop, dude! Stop!
It's like Van Wilder. It's like, ooh, mine's still warm. Remember that scene?
Yeah.
Oh God! I almost puked. That is one I almost puked when he had the bulldog bang
Yep.
all the
Oh,
freaking
God.
eclairs, and then he gave him to the front
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
And it's like oozing out the other side, and I'm like, oh God!
Mine's still
Yeah.
warm. Ooh.
I used to make one of my roommates puke all the time because I'd eat and I'd act like I was gagging. I'd be looking at him. And he'd be like, "Stop it, man! Stop it! What? And like sometimes she'd literally like, just start throwing up, and I would laugh. Oh, I was such an asshole.
And now you have no defenses for that kind of thing, and
Not
you're
really,
like, you
no.
know what? This is karma come back to bite me in my grunt
is.
ass.
It is. Like I'm telling you, man. Like recovering from that TBI, like when my brain healed, a lot of things didn't heal back, and that was one of them.
Ugh, still warm.
Horrible.
The affiliate super chatted $5. Hey guys, I feel left out on the desubscription. I've never been cut off by PooTube, so I'll have to unsubscribe and resubscribe again. I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. Let's do it. Alpha Dog Elite super chatted another $9.99. Thank you for letting me know about Vito. Oh, you're welcome. That poor chimp. I'm going to wave some bath water because she different. And if I make a video about it, she'll love me.
That's almost as nasty as that one thing you read about that dude eating this girl's poop.
Oh, come on.
Oh, the guy wants to lick it off of his
dude.
fingers and
Yes.
stuff. Oh, eat it all up. Oh,
Like literally, when
my
I was
God.
listening to you when you said that, I was just like,
Okay. That's almost vomit-inducing right there. Ooh.
that's vomit worthy right there.
I mean,
Well,
there's
some people, like, I guess that's kind of a thing. I don't know.
2 girls
Wouldn't
in
be
a
for
cup,
me,
man.
but whatever.
and that's one of the reasons why I had to bring up something like that in our last video, which will never go on YouTube because of the at face shaming.
Yes.
It's like
No.
high caliber
There's
stuff.
no
but
shame there. It's reality.
it's reality, exactly. But
Yep.
just the idea that people will not find something attractive because society frowns upon it is the stupidest thing you could possibly use for an argument for that. Because if people will write text messages about, like they'll proposition women on, dating apps with, I'd like to eat the poo out of your poop suck hole with my fingers and stuff. Like, okay. And they will pay high priced, call girls in other countries to do, scat and things like that. Like the Foot Locker full of German Ornpay that you had once upon a
that
time.
saved people's
Exactly.
lives.
Yeah.
I'm
That
just saying.
saved people's lives, bro.
But if people are going to pay for those proclivities, then the argument that just because society tells you not to be attracted to something, that automatically makes it so, stupid.
Well, they didn't pay for it. They just pissed off like half the army to get it.
Ugh. It's just that is one of my favorite layer stories, though. The Foot Locker full of German scat porn pay.
Well, there was the German porn, scat porn. There was some AP porn in there.
AP.
Some of the BDM, whatever, like chain of women
BDSM.
up, like tying chain chicks up and stuff. I mean,
Ugh.
it was just like I remember confiscating it from some of my soldiers, going, "You actually read this, dude? You need to be excommunicated. This is terrible."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, mud and water sports.
Oh,
That's
God.
really all. Like, oh, you just don't find me attractive because society says you should be attracted to fabulous. Mud and water sports. Your argument is invalid.
Yeah.
Done. We're done here. Moving
Right.
along.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
MGTOW Quiet Earp. That is an awesome screen name. Quiet Earp.
I like it.
Fantastic. Super chatted. $20. Thank you so much. Have you seen the new Match.com commercial?
I have not.
Well, I don't
Nope.
really watch TV.
Yeah,
so.
no.
I've seen a lot of crap on YouTube here lately. It's like, what are they tracking about me? I'm getting like these old ladies heart pills and stuff. I don't know what's going on with that.
Like right
But
now,
MGTOW Quiet Earp does have a good channel. He's a truck driver. He's a good guy. So if you want to subscribe, go on ahead.
that's
I'll
cool.
check it
I've
out.
been, I've been actually watching a lot of BitChute.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I
I
there's
kind of
no
watched a
fluff
lot
and
of
butter in there. It's-
well, I kind of got hooked on this one guy. Kind of an idea for you, Pop, is he used to be a fighter pilot, and this guy is Mover, I think is the guy's handle, and he walks through movies as a fighter pilot and critiques, the fighter pilots and stuff. It'd be kind of fun to see some Grunt movies. And you're like, oh my god, what are you doing?
I could
Where's your
easily do
goddamn
that.
guns?
You know what? My daughters hate going to see like action movies with me because I'm always like, I name the guns. I'll be
Yep.
like, that's impossible. You can't do that. He's way out of range. you just can't shoot through walls willy nilly. Baloney. And I'd rip them all apart. That'd be funny. We could
That is
easily
pretty
do
fun.
that.
We could totally do that. Yeah.
That'd be
There's a-
fun. That would be well. I mean,
there
you did the
are-
Star Wars stuff, right?
Well, the
So
thing
why
is,
not?
Yeah.
there's a lot of movies out there that have a lot of gunplay in them. There's very few that have fighter pilots in them.
Yeah.
So-
I've been wondering if we should do a video ripping apart the new Wonder Woman movie.
I'll rip it apart. I don't care. I hate that bitch.
Apparently, they have a Trump stand-in in the year 1984.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
that's just
I
too
heard
much
that,
for
yeah.
me.
Good times. Fuzzy Logic 911 donated $5 via Streamlabs. Pop, what do you think of the Nashville incident? The building was supposedly doing some NAS working.
Really?
Well, I'm going to be honest.
kidding.
I have feelers out in regards to that. I'm trying to put together an episode that has like some intel and some basically predictions and guesstimations. So I really don't have an opinion right now, but I've been tracking this.
Oh, we already got a suggestion for the name of doing like a military version of a movie show. Military Science Theater 3000.
Yeah, we could easily put that on Grunt Speak too.
Yeah, I would enjoy that. I love.
Well, you got
I'm a
500
big movie.
movies. We
I'm a
could
big
easily
movie
do it.
guy, obviously. So
Like Saving Private Ryan, when the ambush scene.
yeah.
That freaked me out first time I saw it. I literally was almost on the floor.
Oh yeah.
I was like, whoa! Because it was so damn real.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saving Private Ryan, man, the beach scene. Oh, shit. Oh,
Yeah, there are some times when Hollywood actually does get stuff right. It's rare, but it does happen.
I mean, I wasn't even in World War II, and that gave me PTSD.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So my grandfather was, and he's like, yep, that's about it right there.
My grandfather was in Pacific during World War II, and one of his favorite TV shows, Combat. You ever watch that?
Yeah, I
Bob?
saw that a few times. Yeah,
I
yeah.
never
The
did,
Pacific was just a flipping meat grinder.
Ugh, it was terrible. Terrible.
Ugh.
Alpha Dog Elite 3 super chatted $9.99. What happened in Tennessee with the explosive Winnebago? Yeah, I know. I heard about that. That it was actually a Winnebago.
I don't know, but I'm still trying to get some info on that.
Yeah, there's still very little known about it. I've heard that there's like some disturbing recordings about things that were
Yep,
recorded
yep.
just before it happened. There's human remains.
I heard there's human remains. They shut down airspace above there, and like the intel, there's been a total blackout shutdown of information in and out.
Wow.
So I am having a hard time trying to figure out or get people to tell me what happened.
It sounds like Vegas all over again.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's absolutely correct.
Anybody curious about what happened in Vegas?
I mean, there were two machine guns there. One was a 5.56 and one was a 308.
Yeah.
Those weapons have completely different tempos. And how do I know this? I was a saw gunner and an M60 gunner and a 240 gunner. I was an 18 Bravo Special Forces weapons sergeant. I fired virtually every weapon from World War I to the modern times many times. Remember when we were listening to the recordings?
Yep,
I'm
you
like,
told me flat out,
that's
like,
the-
that's 2 guns. Boom.
I'm like, that's a 5.56. And then you can hear the 308 going off at the same time. And you can't even find those recordings anymore. They're all taken down.
Shocker.
This was the Vegas thing.
That was the Vegas thing.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
And to be honest, either there was 2 or 3 people that were shooting. The guy in the hotel room was involved, I think, more as a patsy, because he was mysteriously already dead when they got there and blah, blah,
Of
blah.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. That's classic patsy stuff.
Ugh.
And he was raised by a single mother.
Well,
Yeah.
I saw some video of Nashville, and I'm like staring at the damn thing, and it's like, okay, where's the Winnebago? You could hardly even see it, and then poof. But the cops did a hell of a job. They saved 2-3 different people. They got them out of there. They said, evacuate, get the hell out of here. We have a warning, and they saved some lives. So that's
Good.
fantastic job, Nashville police. Way to go.
And I'm going to be honest, that kind of the attack that happened there is very similar to attacks that happened in Iraq when I was there in 2004 all the time. Car bomb attacks.
Yeah, just a vehicle on the side of the road. No one thinks anything of it. Boom.
Boom.
Ugh.
And it didn't necessarily look like the strongest sort of bomb. It certainly wasn't Oklahoma City. I think we all remember that one. That was massive.
That
Right?
was
This one was a little smaller.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think whatever message it was trying to send,
It was
I think got sent.
well. I looked
clear.
at the blast pattern of Nashville, and it's like a 500 pound ish. Oklahoma City was 3,000 pounds.
Yeah. It was like a whole truck full of whatever.
It was
right?
ammonium
Stuff.
nitrate ammo.
Yep.
It's easily made. You could even today. You could get the materials, no problem.
My sister was actually in Oklahoma City when that happened. Freaking crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we're gonna see more of that.
Anybody else want to watch Fight Club?
Sure.
The first rule of Project Mayhem is you do not ask questions. Whatever tube, and that's basically how I feel about a lot of these incidents, because they dominate the news cycle for about 48 hours. Then the answers that come out are inconvenient for the powers that be, and then randomly they just drop out of the news cycle. You never hear about them. We still have no answers about what happened in Vegas, and people are just la-di-da.
Never happened. What's a bummer? Some crazy guy did it. Patsy guy. So we'll go for another 15 minutes and
We're going to rip on through here.
And
Whatever tube has super chatted $19.99. That's enough to buy some more and pay.
Yep.
Your vid, playing the long game, stopped me from suicide. My life is good now. I went through a lot of crap during and after the Army and divorce. This isn't a joke. You seriously helped me. God bless you.
Now I'm at 330 guys.
That's why we do this, man.
330 guys in the past 10 years.
If we did this for the money, we'd be broke.
Oh,
so
yeah.
just letting you guys know that we do this because it's fun and because I really like to believe that it helps people. And every time we get a comment like that, it's fuel for the fire, man.
And another thing is, like, I did the long game. I do the red pill and MGTOW because I'm trying to put the power back in the hands of the dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't. And they've always had the power. They just don't realize that they do. Because
Well,
a
I mean,
lot
when
of them
you're
are
getting-
raised by single mothers.
You're getting shamed and blamed and being told that, if you don't like what you're being taught in school, that it's your white fragility. And it's some kind of toxic masculinity that you need to have beaten out of you.
Yeah, but the toxic masculinity and the white fragility thing, that wasn't around when we first started.
No.
That was like the past 3 years that's really come out.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just the fact that it's being taught in schools.
Yes.
Just blows my damn mind.
Yep.
It's frightening stuff.
Yeah.
It's Kafka trap stuff, right? If you deny, that means you are. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
I think Tim Pool just the other day did a video about this, and I need to watch it so that I can do a little bit of research on it. But they finally did a little bit of a study on the whole like critical race theory, and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is BS." Like, well, no shit.
Yep. No kidding,
I mean,
Tim. Thank you.
It's
Thank
all
you. Million
propaganda.
subs.
I mean, I'm trained to see propaganda. I saw it from the very beginning.
Ugh. Disgusting, like divorce. Inquisitor Jack, thank you, sir, with a $5 super chat. Can you make a BitChute or other alt-tech vid on target selection? Material versus personnel, strictly hypothetical, of course.
Yeah, I could do that.
That'd be kind of fun. Once the shoot that shall not be named on this wonderful, stunning, and brave platform that totally doesn't censor its users, once they have their live streaming thing up, it is game on.
No, it'd be easy for me. It's
I mean, we
IPP.
can do it now. I'm just saying, but like in the future,
Yeah.
when we don't have to worry about being censored, on every platform, or like on our main platform.
Like literally,
Because-
I could get a map
Ugh.
of the Detroit metro area. Okay, that shows the rail lines, the highways, the power in and out, airports, and like literally, I could put together a
You
list
did
of.
that while we were driving to Pennsylvania, for shit's sakes.
I can't help it. I cannot help it.
Well, if you really wanted to screw with these people's lives, this is what you do. You just drive a pickup truck here after dark. I'm like, dude, this is road conversation?
I can't help it. I mean, literally, that I think about war all the time. I can't even sleep thinking
Can't
about
even-
war.
War. I just, war.
I'm telling you, man.
it's just the TV.
Like in the novels I write, a lot of the ideas, I just wake up middle of the night. I'm like, holy shit, that is great. And I write it down and I go back to sleep.
The Ebola one, that's still just
Oh, I want the
that
one
that
we
blows
haven't
my
filmed
mind.
yet.
The one that we have not filmed and probably, it'll never go on YouTube if we
No,
do.
I'm
film it.
actually going to put that in one of my novels because it is so easy to do and so deadly. I'm shocked it hasn't happened yet.
Well,
I
thing is,
am not the only evil genius in this world.
I know, but I'm scared that once you put it out there, you're gonna give the idea to some psycho dick bag, and then it's all just
Oh yeah,
it's all game on.
oh yeah, yeah I know.
Well, I mean, there are people that spend their lives planning crap like that, so they already know how to do it. It's just a matter of the right timing and all that. I would say, Pop, you might agree.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm thinking of it, listen,
Yeah.
if I'm on one side of the equation and I've already thought of it, there's probably 3 people on the other side who have thought about it and they're trying to implement it.
Yep, I would say you're right on target there.
Cultivation Cinema super chatted $4.99. 50 Shades episode tops Zombie Apocalypse as the best episode ever.
I'm glad you liked it, man. I was uncomfortable filming it, but it is what it is.
I think my favorite line was it's just real simple early on. You just read it. It's like, she's about to get railed.
You like that, huh?
And then it's like, I've heard of 4-play, but now we're on to like 6, fast approaching 7-play.
That's crazy.
I gotta watch this.
It was way too much fun,
it's
man.
gonna
We
be
had a
good.
blast. I can't imagine.
And I wasn't even drinking.
No, well, you'd already drank. Like we had been filming all day,
Yeah, okay.
so you had like 2 menageries down the gullet, and then I'm like, oh, get in the bathtub. We're gonna film the 50 Shades video. It's like, why you do this to me, Ra? Damn it!
Don't make me do it.
I'm a man of my word.
I'm glad I didn't wear the suit. It turned out better without it.
Yeah, it looked fine. It's, no homo suspicion points because you weren't naked. So
Yeah, I'm not a suit
Oh,
kind of
jeez.
guy. I'm just not a suit guy.
yeah. Yeah, Christopher Walking reading 50 Shades of Grey. That was a good one. And George Takei reading 50 Shades of Grey. That was another good one because she says, oh my, like 50 times in that one scene. Oh my.
Oh my. Yes. Toshiba. Oh my.
my.
I remember that. Yeah, it's funny.
Roaming Eagle donated $10 via Streamlabs. With all the money printing going on, do you think hyperinflation is possible?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know
Pure and
people that
simple.
are prepping for it right now.
We're on the fast track to Venezuela. Do not pass go. Do not collect $600.
But the only difference is we have 300 million plus guns here and a
Little
lot
bit.
of people who are willing to use them. Because once that happens, that is proof that the government doesn't know what the hell they're doing and they don't give 2 shits about the people who live here.
A little bit. I mean, they're making crafts and purses and crap out of the currency in Venezuela. That's how much it's worth.
Women are walking to other countries and getting like tag teamed by 1,000 guys just to make enough money to come back to eat.
Yeah, they cross the border into Colombia and they get spit roasted enough times to get a loaf of bread, and then they come home.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Crazy.
Ugh.
David Jones super chatted $5. Hey guys, wanted to say more, but thought I'd just say hi instead.
Boom!
Hi.
Hi. What's up, Dave? Dave Jones.
How's it going,
DJ.
man? Yeah.
It's a DJ Jones. Larry Gorky super chatted $2. We watched, we hurled. Nice effort, Pop.
All right.
Oh man, somebody's gonna buy that condom, man. I'm just saying.
Stop it.
Suzanne McCarley super chatted $50. A chick donated to us.
Well, she's the men's right activist.
I
so-
know, but I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
People don't believe us when I say that we have women fans who watch
She's a
the
good
show.
one too. She's good.
She's good.
She's good people. I've met her a few times. Good person.
Yeah, I mean, we got Lauren, we got Karen, we got MG.
Can you believe that Karen Strawn made a comment on the
She
50
commented on
Shades
the 50 Shades video. That was
That's
brilliant.
awesome. Thank you, Karen.
And she writes those nasty ass kind of novels.
I can't imagine.
And
that.
then he removed my panties. Or should I do it like the Asian Scottish? And then he removed my panties. He dropped them down to my knees, and then he slammed it home like he was plowing out the parking lot at a ski resort at peak season.
Who is she the beast? Sean Connery.
Too bad he's
Gotta love
dead,
it.
man.
I mean, he didn't have to take the panties off the women in the movies. They just fell off. You know,
They just
it's
hit the
James
floor
Bond.
at light
Come on.
speed. Hello, my name is Bond. James Bond.
What was that noise? That's my panties hitting the floor.
Exactly.
Something was salivating, and it's not her mouth.
Dude, that was great. I was funny. I had to say that because we're all thinking it.
I take it back. That's my favorite line.
We were all thinking it.
Something is salivating, and it's not her mouth.
Oh God, really? Oh Jesus! I mean, I knew the book was kind of cheesy, but really, that's a line in the book.
No.
Or
That
did you make
was
up?
Pop reacting to.
I
the
added
book.
that in. I added that in.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I like it.
That was his just the tip moment.
Ugh.
Jaffo on the bound super chatted $4.99. $600 can pay for a lot of tar and feathers. I think our politicians need to be reacquainted with it. Just saying.
I think we're beyond that.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but I think we've grown beyond that now.
Mm.
Because typically you tar and feather like one guy to basically prove a point. We're beyond that.
What I think we need is like 200 Kevin McAllisters to just descend on the Capitol during a joint session of Congress and then just rig the whole place with booby traps.
You can't really say that. That's all hypothetical talk, of course.
It's all hypothetical because, it would be just like the movies where no one really gets hurt.
Yeah, we're not suggesting that happen in any way. In fact, we're suggesting that they descend and have a huge pillow fight.
I'm just saying that Nancy Pelosi's disgusting Botox surgeries would really be selling a lot better if she were to get hit in the face 4 to 6 times with a paint can from a high altitude. I'm just saying.
Just saying. All right.
Maybe she could actually form a facial expression at that point.
Maybe.
Allegedly.
Allegedly and hypothetically, of course.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Dork Vader says hi from Australia. Hi! From the land down under. You get a down under kiss down there. That's what we call a blowjob. Quiet F super chat, another $5. Have you seen the Match.com commercial? It's a white woman dating Satan. Oh, so now we have more context.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Satan?
Satan!
Of course.
Satan.
I thought Satan was banging Saddam Hussein, or was that just
Well,
20 years ago on South Park?
I mean, I think that's more of a hidden message that the white women have basically sold out to Satan in the Western world.
Or maybe they're insinuating that the evil Who-Whiteys are Satan.
Maybe.
Or maybe she just desires those 666.
She
things.
desires
The
Satan.
666s. Yeah. There you go.
That's it.
She wants a 3-pronged double stroker jammed up her Hunani.
Yeah. Got 5 minutes till 2,300 hours.
Oh my gosh! We gotta keep ripping through these super chats. There's still a bunch of them left.
Jesus.
Alpha Dog Elite 3 super chat at $4.99. I'm thinking of going minimal. The stress of middle management may not be worth the salary to me anymore. I don't need much anymore.
Yes.
Go minimal when and where you
Listen,
can, man.
when I write that last child support check, I am going to downsize a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's, I talked about Fight Club earlier, but there was that really great scene in the movie that actually was not in the book. This was an original creation by the screenwriter. He said, this country has got you convinced that you need to spend money you don't have on shit you don't need.
Absolutely correct.
Just stop doing that, and you might be okay. Like the education that you're getting that the government supposedly subsidizes. But, of course, they take forever to pay out, which means that the universities have to spike prices, and that gets passed on to all the people who don't qualify for student loans. Isn't it amazing how that works?
To learn stuff they don't need for jobs they can't get or don't exist anymore.
Every time the government gets involved, shit gets more expensive and less efficient.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's exactly right.
Just slap that on 2020's tombstone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Son of a bitch. James Young, not an old man, but a young man. Super chat at $20. If the world goes upside down, men will be the ones who will survive. Women will be running around in circles. Well, women say they don't need men out loud. They know they need men. Without men, they're invisible.
Well, they usually turn invisible right around 40. And if men walk away, they are screwed, but not with the men's penises.
Well, yeah. I would say that, yeah, men will survive, but it'll be the hot girls, women that'll survive. They always have the magic V. No, men are weak. It doesn't matter what we have to say. Men we can't help it. The younger guys, especially.
But up until the age of 34, you are correct.
Yeah, you can't help it.
At any point, they could switch on a dime and go back to keeping our balls empty and our stomachs full. Then it would be all good.
It'll all be good.
Well, I mean, if it meant survival, food, shelter, safety, absolutely. Without question, most radical feminist would absolutely do whatever you wanted to.
Yeah.
Be submissive and be a housewife and have babies all over the place. It doesn't. All they need to do is figure out a way to get the resources, whatever it is, whatever way they have to do it, they'll find a way, without question.
You remember what happened? Like, all it took was Trump dropping a bomb on Iran, right? And it's Soleimani, right?
Yeah.
The mass murdering, screwball.
Yep.
And all of a sudden they were like, oh, World War III. And then every strong, empowered woman from New York to L.A. suddenly started exercising their sandwich skills.
Mm-hmm. Imagine that.
But women are incredibly, manipulative. I mean, Eve talked Adam into going against the force that created them with the power of the V.
Yep. If you eat that apple, I'll totally let you take a crack at my eggplant banana.
Yeah, and what do you do?
You stick that eggplant into my cantaloupe and just push the seeds around.
It'll all be good.
It'll all be good. I promise.
I always kind of wondered, there must have been some miracle intervention there, because there were only two people. So how did they not get 3 heads and 4 arms?
I have no idea. Those are questions I am not qualified to answer. I have no idea.
Affirmative.
Maybe he had a 3-way with Lilith.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, there were the living creatures also in the Garden of Eden. So.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, the religion of peace knows all about those living creatures. Demon Wolf MGTOW super chatted $20. Anyone see the new terms of service for Facebook and Instagram? Watch Awake with JP. Times are getting real stupid.
I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah, JP's a funny dude.
I mean, I now have a Facebook page, but it's just a lurker page. I don't really post anything crazy.
He uses it to sling back to the old slot seas.
Not really.
Hey, didn't we go to high school together?
You called it a lurker page. What do you think I'm gonna?
Oh yeah, okay.
It's a lurker page, but I totally don't use it to lurk. I'm just saying.
I'm just there because I want to just monitor what's going on.
I got you. David Jones back again with a $10 super chat. The guillotine is the best way to deal with politicians that fail the people due to their own views. Slap a hoe.
I would have to agree with you.
That seemed like a really odd postscript there at the end, but I'm okay with it.
But I think that we should use that rope.
Yeah, the extreme chiropractic.
Yes. I think that's a little more shocking. Just saying.
Shocking.
Well, you do have to wonder if you're using that other element or implement. How long do you stay alive? It'd be interesting to
Usually,
know.
Yeah,
I
5
mean,
to 7
obviously,
seconds.
we'll never know, but
It's 5 to 7 seconds.
5
is that
to
all?
7 seconds.
It's just too much shock, and you just check out.
Yeah, it's pretty much your blood's the blood supply going to your thinking meat goes to zero.
Comes
almost
right out.
instantly.
Yeah. Okay.
Ope BBEG super chatted $5. Horribly aged gash for hag.
Yeah. Oh my God, we got to write these all down.
Vertical axe wound is one of my favorites.
I came up with that.
VAWA could be vertical axe wound association.
Oh!
Good. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
We need to write that one down too.
We got to write that down, man. I'll forget all these.
What was the other one? Hairy and gross.
Hairy and gross. Vertical axe wound association.
I gotta get my word pad up here. So, hairy and gross. Oh, is that what it is? It's a vertical axe wound association.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Just writing all kinds of stuff down here.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't
What was that
remember all
one that
these.
we just read there? Because that's how far back my memory goes. Horribly aged gash. Oh, break out your drinking straw.
Yeah, it's 2,300 hours, man. We've been going for 3 hours now.
We'll
We
be
always
all
like,
right.
we're just going to do 2 hours.
Well, it's when we have guests on, and then just the ideas keep flowing like rain.
Yeah, it is amusing.
Maybe I could bust out a little Arnold Schwarzenegger for these next ones. Average Estonian has super chatted €5. Here, take some shekels, and enjoy since you are God among men, and keep the red pills coming.
I wish I was a god among men. I'm just an average dude trying to help the other average dudes out.
Speaking of coming, look up the video on YouTube of Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about coming over and over again. It is disgusting. Break out your drinking straws, you son of a bitch.
Damn.
The bacon.
All right.
The GD Bacon has super chatted 308. I wonder what that means. I don't know because I just pick things up and put them down. Black guns matter. Did it just get dark in here?
I guess it did because the black rifle works.
Stunning and brave
and it
person
works
of color
well.
guns.
It works well.
Yeah.
Mutant artificial intelligence. I like that one. $5 super chat. Thanks for the great show. Big fan. Thumbs up.
Boom.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for tuning in. Thanks for joining us, James. Oh, God! Sons of Patriarchy has an acronym for HAG, horribly aged genitalia.
Ugh.
Yeah, but that could be like a male too.
It could be. There's some dudes out there who are hags. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like, as you get older, your sack stretches lower and lower into the toilet bowl until when you sit down in the middle of the
True.
night, it
Yeah.
shocks you.
Kind of reminds me of the kind of shit my Aunt Pat used to say. She was a woman who had a lot upstairs. She's like, yeah, I take my bra off, damn near broke my kneecaps. She was a funny lady, man.
That's good stuff right there.
Let me see. Piotr Ozlowski, super chatted $4.99. Person of color Pope does not refer to the skin color. Connect the dots. No!
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of figured that out, but it's still funny. Polska Bob donated $10 via Streamlabs. Hamster, love the vids where you're angry AF. Some many F-bombs. I always comment on those. Here's some money, boys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you very much.
Yeah, James, criminally undersubscribed. Love his channel. I can't even remember exactly how I stumbled across it, but just one day it was there, and I'm like, dude, this guy's really funny. And he's got a good voice.
Thanks.
You got one of those, like, reading the phone book voices,
Yes.
Like
Trust me. The girls used to think I was a lot better looking than I actually am. So it was fun. It's like, oh, you must be tall, dark, and handsome. It's like, oh, yeah, right. When I was on the radio.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
we used to
Yeah,
have a
that's
dude
it.
here in Detroit who hosted a radio show on 100.3 called Pillow Talk.
I remember him.
Ellen Ullman, he'd get in saying, hey, how you doing, ladies? It's about 11 o'clock at night. We're going to play you a little more Yanni. Well,
Was that a Quiet Storm station, or
He
was
was
it
on
just
for
like?
years. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember women would listen to his shit all the time.
Yeah, and apparently he was kind of a pervert.
Really?
And,
Oh, really?
And morbidly obese.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine radio guys being perverts. I'm just, what do I know about that? Nothing.
Well, no one can see what I'm doing, and I got a computer right in front of me with internet access to OrnPay Hub. Winning!
Boom! Bingo!
The microphone can't hear this, right? Because, it sounds like...
That's good stuff.
It
You
is
hit
good stuff.
mute.
Mute. A ream pike. Oh, man, the pig Latin. Hi, director, Mr. Peabody, super chat at $5. If you do not have a beard, you are either women or a child. Is he talking about you, bro?
Might be.
Maybe. Well, I mean, Army, you just kind of get used to not shaving for ever.
Like right now, this hair is long. I need to get it cut.
You get your full Johnny Cash going.
That's half Johnny Cash.
Half
It will be
Johnny
full
Cash.
Johnny Cash in 2 weeks.
Oh, Alan Ullman is still on the radio. Smooth Jazz 98.7. Damn it, Dustin. How do you know these things? Dustin's a buddy of mine. The affiliate super chat at $5. The warning was coming from the vehicle itself. Just listen to the recording. Ooh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
About the car in Nashville, right?
Nashville.
Yeah, they had like a loudspeaker or something set up, I think.
Fascinating.
Some kind of PA system that were saying, get the hell out of here because it's going to blow up or whatever.
Well, that's
Well, if you're going to blow
Kind.
shit up, you might as well be polite about it and give everyone a warning.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they did. And I think it was 60 seconds maybe, and then boof.
well. I mean, especially in college, you want to pull out and give everyone a warning.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
How did that go, Boof?
Boof. Well,
If
it
it makes it
depends
sound like that.
what you're up to. I mean, it
60
could be-
seconds and I go Boof.
60 seconds and I go boof.
That doesn't really turn me on.
That'd be a long night for me, or a long time for me. Just let's not go there.
He's not an all-nighter. He's a 2-minute tiger.
No, he's 60 seconds and a Boof guy.
Get the job done.
Pinto penis explode on rear impact.
No, it's Boof.
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 Boof. Hi, director, Mr. Peabody, super chat at $10. Where the fuck are we going with this?
I don't know, man. But we've gone 10 minutes over our
All
allotted
right,
time.
we're going to keep plowing through
I'm
these, just like your
I'm
ex-wife.
starting to run out here.
I blame all the current relationship problems we have on the media. Hollywood glorified divorce and sold unhappiness to women starting in the late 50s. Thanks, small hats, for killing families.
You're absolutely correct on that.
Yeah. Now they can't even make a Grinch movie that doesn't glorify single mothers, for crying out loud.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, my wife takes my kid to go and see the Grinch movie. She comes out and she messages me first thing. She's like, "What the fuck?" I told you I didn't want to go and see it. I'm just saying.
Nope.
There's only one Grinch worth watching. It is the cartoon. Matthew Sturgis has super chatted $24.99. Thank you very much. That's
Thank
enough
you.
for a good bottle of booze there.
It is?
I've just passed month 3 of my escape from Minneapolis to the freedom of the western Wisconsin. After being 2 blocks from riots, it's nice to be in a castle doctrine state. Thanks for the laughs and everything that you guys do.
For now, but they'll probably change that.
After Rittenhouse, probably going to change it, yeah.
Yep.
Because, that was terrible and disgusting, and it was totally
No,
racist.
they could break in your
monkeyism.
house and you should just run away and it's only stuff. No,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah,
Right,
if somebody breaks
right.
into your house, it is your duty to just let them at your shit. How stupid do you
I mean,
have to be to actually make that argument?
You realize that the cities that this has all happened in, the insurance companies are refusing to pay.
Good.
And,
They
and they're
shouldn't.
basically stating that the police and the government didn't do their job to stop it. Why should we pay for it? It's going to be a big court battle.
That's going to be
I
interesting.
don't blame them. I don't blame them at all.
We'll have to see how that pans out, because I'm really interested to see how it goes. The Patriot Paladin super chatted $5. Good morning, First Sergeant and gentlemen. Great show. I'm from 37F. Your analysis of all the 5th gen warfare is on point. By the way, everyone should own a Thomas Guild. Is that how it's pronounced?
What is it?
Thomas Guild? Thomas Guild?
Times-
Guilde?
I'm not familiar with what that is, but
I got nothing. Well, it's there in the comments. You guys can Google it. Demaster012 donated $5. Pop, you should get in touch with Mauler and Every Frame a Pause crew. Hate for the Last Jedi is their catnip, and your experience could give more insight on how militarily retarded and propagandist it is. They're also friends with Critical Drinker. I love Critical Drinker.
I like Critical Drinker.
We started kind of doing a sign-off based on his because I thought it was so damn funny.
Yeah.
That's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Yeah, I like that. I'm done with you.
Well, it sounds better than, oh, please subscribe to my channel. Can you guys please share my stuff because I'm different and I love you.
Oh, that's funny.
Holy crap. Jake Duke with a $100 super
Damn!
chat. Thank you so much. He said the 50 Shades reading was hilarious.
Thank you.
That is fantabulous. That was a lot of fun, too. And that video didn't even take us that long to shoot. I feel like I'm working too hard now. It was like, oh, that was great. I was like, it only took me like a half hour to film.
How long did it take you to
I worked
edit?
too hard. Not very long, like maybe an hour, if
Really?
that. Yeah.
All
Not that
right.
long. Like average videos that we shoot for our site, like the information heavy ones, like COVID 1984
Oh my god.
was a 50-hour edit because
Wow!
I was researching as I was editing. And there were over
Holy
60
crap.
sources
Wow.
linked in the description to that video, which is one of the reasons why
and you
we
charge-
got banned for it.
And you charge $200 an hour to do your videography shit.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know it was that much money.
Yeah. It's good times. Good times. Let me see. Whatever Tube super chatted $9.99. I'm donating money to support you guys and also because of the female supporters. When I see results, it motivates me. It should motivate us all to do more.
Amen.
Amen.
You know, I get a lot of
Amen.
people are like, what should I look for in a woman? And I'm like, listen, if I knew what to look for in a woman,
You wouldn't be divorced.
I wouldn't be divorced and I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be stuck on the plantation living in a mirage.
And really, people will lie to get what they want. So it makes it even harder to navigate the dating field because people they just lie.
And if I didn't do this, there'd be like 330 dudes out there dead. That's a battalion of guys.
Mhm.
That's insane.
How many people in your life just pretend to be exactly what it is you need them to be in the moment because you have something to offer them? And
Probably
then
almost everyone.
Exactly. Almost everyone. So to try and navigate that, I mean, really, it's just all about training yourself to read people. It's really about as good as it can get. It's okay.
I'll be right
Be
back.
careful of the cable. Pop has to go empty his bladder. So here he goes. Here he goes. He's got to go do his thing there. So it's just you and me, James. We're going to rip through the rest of these damn there super chats. James
Sounds good to
Rankin.
me, brother.
That sounds good to me. Then I got a little sling blade for you. James Rankin, he super chatted there $5. Pop and Blake's opinion on best hedge investment against hyperinflation: silver, Bitcoin, real estate. Well, Bitcoin is definitely taken off. Just talking with Sandman last week. Holy crap, Bitcoin! Like if Elon Musk buys Bitcoin, it's game on. At that point, it's going to blow up. Silver, basically most precious metals are a good investment. And one of the things that I noticed is that every time there's an incident with that happens to involve explosions or a lot of people getting evicted from their meat suits, precious metals tend to be the first thing to skyrocket as the stock market tanks. So there's always that. And real estate, land is the one thing you can't make more of. So
Yep.
yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. For me, I'm not real big on Bitcoin. I think it's I want something in my hand. I don't want bits on
That's
a
kind of how I feel
computer,
about
but
it
that's
too.
me.
But I also don't want to be that dude that was kind of left at the station when the train takes off.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what's Bitcoin like? $1,800 now or $2,000? I mean, that's a big chunk of money.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of silver for $2,000. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely. And that
The
you can
early
hold in your
adopters of
hand.
Bitcoin, when we first started hearing about that, and I think you were probably there, 5-7 years ago?
Yeah.
Those guys made out like friggin' bandits.
Yeah, they did.
You know, they were getting in at the ground floor and they were selling it at what the hell? What did it get up to? 15,000? Some crazy number at some point. It was nuts, and they made a killing.
Absolutely.
But now
yeah.
I don't know. That's me.
But it's like any monetary system, anything that you're going to invest your money in is going to have its pros and cons. I think back in the day when I was first learning about investments and things like that, long term, and I'm not talking about like peaks highs and peaks lows and things like that, but long term, like mutual funds, the stock market, things like that, tends to have a growth percentage rate of around 12%, and that's long term.
Yep.
So it really just
Right.
it's luck, it's patience, it's time, and it's how
Yeah.
wise
I mean,
you are with it.
It's all that stuff. You're absolutely right. I mean, it's probably, I mean, to some degree, I mean, there's educated guesses, but it still is a matter of luck in the stock market.
It's all speculation.
I mean,
You know, what do I think
Yeah.
it's going to do today?
I mean, for me, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all, like I said, it's all speculation. Just what do I think it's going to do today? You know, a lot of people just play the market that way.
Well, I mean, it's again, I've run into some guys, and I don't know much about this stuff, but I run into some guys I used to work with, and they're like in the office at 6 a.m. doing whatever, day trading and that kind of crap.
Yeah.
And there's like, wow, yeah, I did this and I made all this money. It's like, why are you still here working then? Just wondering.
Yeah, to like watch Wolf of Wall Street, you know. Watch those movies. I made like 70
there
grand
you go.
last month. What?
If I ever made $2 million, I'm done.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, you're on
I'm
the
done.
65 and out plan,
Out.
so that'll do you for a while.
It'll do me till I'm out.
Just remember me in your will because I did all this work for you.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how my
Right,
kids
right.
behave because you know if they do me wrong, they're not getting shit.
Yeah, what, you on your period again? You're out of the will.
I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is.
Yep. Let me see here. Demon Wolf MGTOW super chat at $5. I heard $600 can buy 55 gallons of tar and 10 pounds of feathers. That's specific.
That's pretty good.
I like it, though. Reaper01 super chat at $10. Yes, it just got dark in here as the African incubus has arrived. I got a red-haired feminist at work hugging my face into 5-mile-an-hour front bumpers, trying not to play with grenades. Winning? No. Only 5-mile-an-hour front bumpers?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of reports that there's a lot of guys in the military use my lingo now.
I like it.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah,
upon
it's
a
cool.
time, a buddy of mine used to work at the ER over at like Oakwood Hospital downriver, and he was telling like all the ER docs and nurses and stuff, like, dude, you got to watch this guy. And because it's the ER and people just at that point in time would randomly come in for just dumb stuff, you know, it's
Yeah.
not the ER or the sweet and sour sniffles, whatever you call it. They'd come in, you know, my pee is burning. Hey, Jared, what do you got over there? What kind of a case you got? Gonorrhea. And that was going around there for years.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
What you got today? You got a gunshot wound? No, I got gonorrhea.
Herpes.
You got me a case of herpaganosyphilis over here.
That's right. Couple of quick comments, if I might. Sons of Anarchy or Sons of Anarchy. Wait, that was a movie.
Sons of
or a TV show.
patriarchy.
Sons of Patriarchy. Silver has massive industrial applications. Gold doesn't. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Gold is in everything. Every electronic piece you have gold. Everything. Trust me on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, another metal.
And
that's used in a lot of
Bitcoin and
stuff.
crypto.
Zinc.
And the thing is with gold, it's very resistant to corrosion. Silver is very corrosive, right? You get it out in the salty air, the thing's going to turn black. Not that it matters. You can purify it and stuff, but gold is in everything,
Yeah.
bro.
I wish you could invest in
Everything.
zinc because zinc is in frickin' everything. It's in the firing
Zinc is in
pins on
everything.
your
Lead
guns.
is in every. I mean, it's some of the rare earth metals. Kind of where I'm thinking, if I do a little bit in the stock market or in whatever metals exchange, I might do some of that. Get some of that. But because the rare earths are going to be big, right? For the photo cells and all that crap.
Yep.
Spoonman says Bitcoin and crypto is the future. Okay, here's the future. MGTOW Monger says Bitcoin is $26,709 right now. Who wants to write the check? It ain't me.
Yeah.
If it was 226
I do own some Bitcoin.
grand for one Bitcoin,
Yeah, I do own some Bitcoin.
Well, you're-
and I'm speculating in that.
you're
shit.
rich. You're a rich dude, man. You're a rich dude.
Fine, rich.
One thing that I would love to bring up, because this was just recently brought to our attention by a fan. YouTube is currently trading just shy of like $2,000 a share, which is more doable if you have the money, you know, to invest. And one of the things that we had thought about doing is because obviously as creators we don't mean shit to them, right? We make them their money and they throw us under the bus at the first sign of trouble, if it's even trouble. Because it's really just it's corporate OK, and they just want to suck on it. So, but what if we were stockholders, even
Shit.
if it was just 1 or 2 shares?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're like, hey, you're censoring our channel, and we own shares in your company. So
What's up?
why don't you just stop?
I wonder if that gives you more rights, or we can actually talk to people in the company because we're shareholders.
Yeah, I wonder if they would actually listen.
Probably not.
Probably not. But
But
it was a funny thought.
we could attend stockholder meetings and like pitch a bitch.
Yeah. We could pitch a bitch. Speaking of which, no, we got one last super chat here. I'm not sure if this is the real person or not. If it is, it'd be kind of cool. Bettina Arndt, $20 Australian. Great year, boys.
Wow.
Best wishes in 2021.
Is that who I think it is?
If that's the real Bettina Arndt, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks for tuning
she's
in.
good to go.
She's good to go.
I like her. She's all right.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
She calls it
Well,
as she sees it. and
Happy
tells-
New
speaks
Year.
the truth.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
I'll drink with that woman any day.
That's right. Yeah, the next time that you guys see us live will be after the New Year. Just to let you guys know, because the New Year falls on Thursday next weekend, and we're going to be doing our family deal. We're not going to be broadcasting New Year's Eve, but January 2nd, so a week from today, 8 p.m., same time, same station, right here on YouTube and Twitch.
Boom.
I don't know if we're going to have a guest. I've reached out to a couple of people. Might have a honey badger on the show. You never know.
Let's even get Sydney MGTOW on.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, Sidney MGTOW, because he's on the other side of the world, and the time difference is all kinds of wonky and stuff. He said that it would be kind of like more advantageous for him to do like a Wednesday or something, but I'll reach out to him, see what we can do, because he definitely wants
about
to stream
Joker?
with us. Joker? I'd love to stream with Joker.
He's
He's a good guy.
And his bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His bus of comfort.
His bus of comfort. He's got a bus of comfort.
He's got a bus of comfort. He works on it all the time.
You know, one thing we don't have on the bar there is some Southern comfort.
Yeah, we need some Southern comfort because I got some of that when I was down south before.
It's good time.
But you know, when you're down south, you're south of the Omama line. You can't be talking about people's mamas and
That's
sisters and
right.
shit
That's right.
because that's how you get shot.
That is how you get shot.
Or they run you over in the parking lot.
At the very least, they give you a 3-course meal of them there knuckle sandwiches.
Yes, that happens quite a bit down there if you're south of the Omama line.
Oh, it's good times, man. Well, I think we have
Bettina
come to the
Arndt
end of
chimed
our
in, by
road
the
here.
way. Terrence
Oh, she
Popp,
did.
we'll catch you up if you're ever in Australia. So you need to go down under.
Yeah,
Sergeant Popp.
I want to dive the Barrier Reef at least once
Nice.
because
Maybe,
that's where
that'd
Shaka
be cool.
Stu's
Maybe you
son
could
got
get
eaten by a shark.
maybe you can get an Australian kiss while you're down under.
Maybe. I heard they smell like armpits down there, though.
Oh, God. Oh, geez.
Well, none of the chicks in Ornpay shave their landing strips, so you might be right.
I don't know.
Not that I would know or anything.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I banged a chick that smelled like armpits. I'm just saying.
You've been in France, haven't you?
Well, it smells like pee down there.
Oh, garlic and piss.
Oh.
No, garlic is in Italy.
Garlic is not a cologne.
Greece is garlic and piss.
Oh.
What do you want from me, man? I've been around the world.
I want nothing from you. I'm just saying that you just whip all this stuff out. No pun intended. I'm just like, what?
I'm just saying, man.
Wow. Squeal like a pig, boy.
No,
No.
I'm not doing that.
He won't watch Deliverance.
I-
Scarred him
that's-
for life.
I watched as a kid. I was like, oh my god, this is just terrible.
I
My
remember.
brother was
I
like,
saw it too.
you know what's going on there, don't you? I'm like, I don't want to know. Don't even tell me.
Is it
I will hit you with a sack of marbles in the middle of the night if you do.
Is that the same brother who took you to see The Exorcist?
Oh
when you
yeah,
were
that
8?
bastard. Yeah, I was like 8. It scarred me for years. I had to sleep on the floor in his room holding his hand for 4 weeks. That asshole. Ugh.
That's good stuff.
And the thing that really got me was the spinning around and the shooting of vomit from the mouth.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
that ruined it for me, man. Ruined it for me.
Oh man.
I mean, the rest of it scared the absolute crap out of me, but that just straight up terrified me. And it also didn't help that my brother was like, "There's no defense. There's no defense. If he wants you, he will have you, and there's nothing you can do about it." And I was like, "Oh my god, what an a-hole, man!"
And then you go back home and see your minister grandfather. You're going to hell.
Yeah. No, he would go, "Well, I'm not telling you you're going to go to hell, but you certainly will get a walkthrough."
MGTOW Monger says The Exorcist is just your average woman in the West these days.
You're absolutely correct.
That's true. That's
Absolutely
true,
correct.
Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Now I've got that whole like crucifix scene in my head.
That was terrible.
That's terrible.
But that still wasn't as scary as the spin around vomit thing.
Yeah. Herpes afflicted gash.
I'm just glad that I did not see the director's cut when I was a child, because
What, the spider walk scene?
yes, that would have wrecked it.
Yeah, I remember that.
I would have been ruined.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Oh,
Good
Are we done?
Nightmares tonight. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Nightmares tonight for the hamster.
I have a nightmare every night, so I'm used to it. Doesn't bother me anymore.
As if the hamster didn't have to worry so much about Richard Gere wanting to come over for a little playtime.
Well, you know,
That's just terrible.
He's
I still think it
coming
was
for you,
gerbils, but you know,
James.
It was
whatever.
gerbils.
I guess it'll work.
I heard they wiggle more.
Well, apparently they're just interchangeable, because when I was looking for the stock photo of the damn hamster that's up on the screen there, I do a search for hamster, and half the damn search results were gerbils. I'm like, learn your animals, you fucking free stock photo bastards.
Oh yeah. All
right,
Well,
let's
I
wrap
even
it
have
up.
a couple of gerbils somewhere on the channel. So
Dr.
Fun
Pastor
stuff.
Charlie S. just said, I just flicked a booger at my dog.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the best way to put the cap on the stream.
All right. Well, this actually turned out pretty good.
This was fun times, man. James, I really want to have you back again, because
It's
you're a
good.
solid dude, and I love your content.
It's awesome.
thank you.
So if you guys have
Yeah.
not subscribed to James Von Maxwell on YouTube, look him up. I'm going to get the link from you, and I want to put it in the description of the video, all right?
Sure. I just put it out in the chat. So you
Outstanding.
guys go ahead and come on over. And yeah, I'd love to come back, you guys. A lot of fun. Always a good time. And I love the vids. Keep it up. And Happy New Year, you gentlemen.
Happy
Everyone?
New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Birthday, Jesus. And if you don't like any of that, or Happy Holidays, you have my permission to happy shut the fuck up.
All right.
Yay!
I think that pretty much
All right.
did it. All right, gentlemen, we're going to sign off here. Thanks for attending. You guys have kept us pretty much over 800 viewers for over 3.5 hours. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you very
Awesome.
much for tuning in, man.
Thank you.
Thank
Take
We
it easy.
appreciate the generosity, appreciate the views. Share the channel. Remind people that you know who watch it to check to see if they are still subscribed. Whether you are or not, redonkulous.com. Complete list of alt tech channels and social media presence is there with every video every time we put out an episode.
And please share the 50 Shades of Grey video, because that's just good, clean fun right there. And I think a lot of people who don't normally watch this content will love it.
Well, I don't know about clean fun, but it's definitely fun.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I showed it to like 5 or 6 women, and they're like, this is hilarious.
I mean, the writing is so bad, the jokes basically write themselves.
They do. They do.
All right, James, take us out.
All right. Well, hey, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Thank you. And we'll see you again sometime. All
Have
right.
a good night. You
Take
bug-
it easy!